Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, or good evening to wherever you are in the world. Thank you for joining us here in Southwick at the Sussex County Croquet Club for the Golf Croquet Women's World Championship 2023. We are going to show you some live footage. In about half an hour, the games shall begin. So 10 o'clock is kick-off time. We're going to be showing one semi-final today. Sadly, our technology doesn't allow us to show both, so we will try and keep you updated for both semi-finals along the way. You'll be watching Lawn 5 with Rachel G and Soa Mustafa. And your commentators for this morning will be Andrew Hobbs and Bridget Goodman. And we will be switching in and out commentators all day for you. If you've got any questions, please do use the chat. I'm hoping that the commentators will be able to respond to you. And have a great day of croquet watching. Good morning, everybody. I've come over to fix a laptop, hopefully, so we can get Wi-Fi and you can talk to the commentators when they arrive at 10 o'clock. In the meantime, look who's arrived.
Look, oh no!
It's Jenny Clark.
Good morning, Alison.
Good morning, and how are you this morning?
I'm very good, thank you.
Good. Are you looking forward to the games?
I am. I think they'll be quite exciting, and I thought I saw someone painting the near the boundary, so I'm suspecting we've got new hoops at last.
Okay.
Give me a sec.
She's off to have a look, to inspect. I can't turn the camera for you, but... Shoelace.
Yeah, I've been a bit fun
Okay.
with it. I think there's new hoops.
Okay, new hoops.
Because we were getting some rabbit runs, and I got caught out in one of those yesterday. It's not really a big issue, but the real issue was the hoops were getting a bit low, and it was getting harder to keep them firm.
Because they're banged in quite a lot.
Yeah. The Atkins hoops, one of the issues with them, or quadways, is that they do tend to rise up a bit and get a bit floppier, so you have to bang them in.
They rise? How do they rise? Why?
Well, I guess it's just because they've got the square carrots. Now the square carrots, they present quite a good face to resist balls just smashing into them, so they're quite hard to bully through. But we've just found that they just don't tend to stay as well in the ground. They actually do get higher. So where people get used to setting hoops with the carrots proud so that you can sort of bang them down a bit on subsequent days, not so good with these hoops. You just need them a little bit lower to start with.
I see. So, have you got favourites?
I really like Soha. I think she's absolutely lovely.
This is the worst thing about croquet. We're all friends.
Yeah,
we really are, and it's. I mean, I always have favourites. I'm terrible for it. I can't help it. I guess I'm kind of rooting for Rachel today. She's played so well in the tournament.
Yeah, I'm really torn. I mean, I would just love, as a new player who's just doing so well, to see Jamie win.
Oh, yeah.
I think that'd be great. And also, as an Antipodean, she's the last person from my side of the world, so for that reason I'd like to win. I was talking to an Egyptian friend on Facebook chat last night, and he said Jamie has just got a perfect swing. Loves her swing.
Do you know, we were watching yesterday and she was so calm, so collected, mature.
Yeah.
Very mature for someone. She's 23?
22 in about 4 days.
Oh, wow. Wow, wouldn't that be a birthday present and a half?
That'd be pretty good, wouldn't it?
Oh, okay, I might have a new favourite. It's a better story.
Plus, I understand that Jamie's dad's on the way here. He's possibly here by now, so that's all pretty special. I guess he's been sort of watching, listening to the reports and hearing that Jamie's a real prospect.
Oh, don't. I'll start crying. I'm a sucker
just
for a
want to
good
point
story.
out, before this tournament even started, when the players were announced, I did say I think Jamie's a medal prospect.
Really?
So, told you so.
I told you so.
I'm not trying to discount Maram, I just don't know her. She seems to be obviously a really good player, a really strong player to have come back from 2-0 down yesterday.
Yeah.
But I just don't know her very well. And like you say, you do tend to have your favourites, people you've met. Obviously I got the opportunity to have a bit of a chat with Jamie when we did a bit of commentary and just had a natter the other day. So I'm thinking Egypt's in a bit of trouble. My pick would be a Rachel versus Jamie final.
You think?
Yep. But who knows? I mean, we haven't seen the best of Soha yet. Soha likes a quicker pace of play, and Rachel's a lot more cautious in her play, so that might just discomfort Soha a little bit. I don't know.
That is difficult, isn't it? When somebody else has got a different rhythm. I mean, we're always talking about it because we're both quite quick players.
Yeah.
And so when you are up against somebody who's got just a slower pace, it can really distort your rhythm.
Yeah.
It's so hard, and to keep concentration if you're quite a quick player, it can be difficult.
Yeah, I found I would just watch other games that were going on. I mean, yesterday I saw a lot of Jamie play, Saw a fabulous jump shot she did at hoop 7. She's got a bit of body movement in it, but she's just got that lovely straight swing. I got to see her playing a bit. I saw a bit of Pauline's game. I thought Pauline looked dominant, but then Mara came back amazingly.
Yeah. So what about the AC folk who have appeared on the scene of GC? The Debbie Lines and the Gabrielle Higgins. I'm sure there's a few others out there, but there's a few people coming over now, starting to play both codes. Is this exciting? Is it good news? What do you think?
I think it's good for the game. I mean, croquet's our game, and there's just two different versions that people play. I'd much rather see croquet players than this unfortunate camps you sometimes get of GC and AC. I hear so many GC people going, "Oh, AC's boring, you sit down forever." To be honest, this season I haven't enjoyed sitting down because I'm used to playing golf where you're standing up and doing stuff all the time.
Oh, you're real
golf.
with the silly little ball.
The very small balls, yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah, Sarah Hayes made us, during the European Teams Champs, just before the barbecue, she made us play golf croquet with golf balls. It's quite hard to block someone with a ball that's 1.5 inch diameter. But no, I think it's really good. I'm hoping it will get rid of some of the problems, but I've heard people be a bit niggly about these AC players coming and playing as if it's their turf.
I really like the idea that players play both codes. I've always encouraged it, more so than anything, because I think that the codes can help your play in both. Well, no,
I think you'd be a fabulous golf croquet player.
But there's other reasons I don't play golf croquet. We all know I've got the attention span of I don't have an attention span. It's simple as that. And I struggle very much with the pace of play.
Right.
At least when you're playing association croquet, two things. One, you've only got yourself to blame.
Yeah.
Very often.
Definitely.
And two, you're only waiting for yourself.
Yeah, well, you're doing your thing, or you can go off and distract yourself.
Yeah.
So that's fair enough.
So I think that, although I think technically I could be a good golf croquet player, in practice,
you don't have to.
Don't know, it's difficult. But I did. I mean, we had a game yesterday, didn't we? And we actually had a game a few days ago, and I got a little bit annihilated. And the problem was, I'm still saying it's because I had flip-flops on. So it's the shoes. Wear good shoes.
Yeah, I didn't have my croquet shoes on yesterday.
See?
I was still trying to sort out those long hoop runs.
So I managed to sneak the old 13th hoop against Jenny.
It was a good game. You played well too.
It was fun.
It was good fun.
It was good fun.
It was a game played at full pace because we both fancied that.
So if I could guarantee every single golf croquet game would be played like that, then I might take up the game.
If I could guarantee every golf croquet game would be like my match with Mervat, I would play a lot more.
Really?
Just a lovely person to play. Really enjoyed that. It's pretty quick. I
mean, I understand at some level why players take longer. I take a little bit longer so my pace in GC at the moment is a lot slower than AC because I've got to do a lot of thinking.
Yeah, and I think Debbie found that as well. There's quite often you'd see her going, it's that one and then that one, because she's fairly new to it. I mean, you were saying about AC players playing GC, it's not just AC players playing GC, it's the top AC players are going, let's have a go at this as well.
Yeah.
You've got people just dominating both forms, Robert Fulford, Matt Essick, Reg.
Yeah.
And women, Debbie will just get better and better. She just had a couple of sort of slightly lower periods in her play, but she's got great power. She's very, very accurate, and what she's managed to translate is running the hoops really well. Now here's another factor that might influence things today.
The rain.
It's horrible. 80% chance of rain at 11, but and it's a bit cold and we'll get a bit of wind. None of them are, I don't know if the Egyptians get a lot of wind, but they don't do the cold and the rain.
No. So on Tuesday was not a happy person, not at all. And I got the blame for it somehow because I think I may have mentioned it was supposed to be sunny, but it was the weather. The weather told me it was going to be nice. This is now not nice.
Yeah, this is wet stuff coming in.
This is definitely my dead cat is getting a bit deader.
There's a tail on him. That probably sounds horrific for people.
Oh no, I didn't think of that. Sorry, sorry everyone. So we've got here a couple of comments just saying how it's nice to see us chatting, and it's nice to hear ladies' views on the game, which is why I've tried to switch in some of the women players throughout the tournament. And I think it's a women's event, so we should have some female voices on commentary, as well as some of the other clear experts that we have around.
I do think you should have some female voices on commentary of other events as well. I mean, I've heard someone mention the men's world champs in the past, and if you look at pretty much every sport going at the moment, not just the women's football, but the Premiership football that's just started off, American football, they are looking for some balance, and they have female commentators.
It is. It's really important, and I think it's important to show diversity in our sport.
Yes.
But the fact is that we do have diversity. So the camera has disappeared because it's coming out of the rain, and I think we're going to go out of the rain as well.
Disappear.
Sorry, everybody.
Absolutely coming down now.
I'll send someone back out just as soon as it stops raining.
Yeah, we'll send some commentators out. Yeah, I'm available later. When it stops raining.
Hi everyone, we've moved inside, so I've got Jenny here so that she can have a chat to you and answer some questions.
Hello, there's a few questions. Do we have an update on our program of questions for referees? So we've got the Clark Croquet website with a bunch of questions. Now, a bit of an update of that from quite a long time ago. Alison's taken over looking after our website and very kindly got it back up and running and hosted somewhere different, and we've done very little with it because we've been running all over the world playing in world championships. This is my 5th one in about 14 months. So I would like to get it updated. I keep saying to myself I will find a period where I'm absolutely enthusiastic about sitting down and doing all things croquet. After the Women's World Champs in AC in Christchurch, I went to a golf course and never came back really. But hopefully we'll get some of this croquet stuff done. One of the things I'd like to do is with Ian Plummer from the AC Worlds. The streaming and the commentary were just so good. So Chris and Stephen and I'm not sure Stephen was involved, so it's Chris and Keith and Rich Waterman and lots of others. I'd like to get a few of those areas tagged because they'll be a fantastic coaching resource with just the commentators talking through all the different phases of the game. Now it looks like we've got people on the lawns warming up. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to stay in here a little bit longer, and because I've now got one camera, 2 very soggy commentators, and us in the dry. So I think we'll carry on in the dry just for the moment, and see if we need to go to a plan B. So Wexley, have Soha and Rachel played before? I'm not sure. I don't know if Rachel was there when Soha won. I don't know. Maybe someone else can tell us. I'll try and find that out because I think one of the Egyptians will be able to tell us that. I don't think. Here we go. So. I don't know how do you like this one? Yep. So actually we've got the rankings list up now. No. So. Actually, the answer is no. Soha and Rachel have not played yet. So yeah, when Soha won it last year, Rachel wasn't there. The year before, I think, maybe, I'm not sure if Soha was at the World Championships or didn't progress quite as far as Rachel did. My pick, well, with this horrific weather, I'm thinking potentially 3-0 to both the non-Egyptians. If the weather clears up, maybe 3-1. Don't mean to be harsh on the Egyptians, Jamie's looked absolutely fabulous. I think the cautious pace of play, the accuracy that Rachel had yesterday, her hoop running, but Soha's an excellent player. What do you reckon, Annabelle? Have you managed to watch much of the streaming over the week?
Sadly not, and I'm very much looking forward to watching as much as I can today. No. Work. I've had to work. So
that's absolutely fair enough. Absolutely lovely to have Annabelle joining us as well.
Yeah, thank you.
On the mixing desk today, are we?
Yeah, I'm pushing buttons. So please forgive me, everyone. It's my first time of pushing buttons. But not much to show at the moment.
If you find you're looking at the grass, that's Annabelle.
Don't. No, we're supposed to be looking at the grass.
So I'm just trying to find out if there's any other questions. UK weather seems to be miserable. It is horrible. It was awful yesterday. It was quite windy. I'm not really blaming that. I did struggle with the wind. There was a shot that Rachel was going to take, and that every time she was about to hit the ball, the wind just got up. So it's not that windy yet, but it's horrible. It's just wet. Yeah, we looked at that. Rachel and Soha have never played before.
Right. Oh, interesting.
So it'd be good. I haven't really seen the absolute power of Soha's game. I don't feel that we saw last time. Last time she was just blasting balls everywhere, but she plays to her opponents, which is what you got to do.
Yes.
And if you can play within yourself and not really have to push yourself, that's handy. In terms of lawns, I think they're on 4 and 5, saving lawn 1 for the final. So as I say, I think the hoops have been reset and moved because they were getting very low on the ground. We're getting a few rabbit runs, and I believe when I came I saw them sort of repainting those offside lines. So they put a little bit of paint on, and then they put little sticks in the ground to show those offside markers. How can we make the Atkins hoops more visible? Well, in the past they had something that was on TV years ago, and they put quite big things on top of the hoops with the hoop number on them, which is quite handy. And it's the sort of thing I like doing for corporate events. Rather than giving them a map and saying this is the way round, you put something on hoop 1 that says hoop 1.
I like that idea.
But yeah, just looking at the preview screen, I can see what Wixie's saying. It's hard to see any hoops in the ground there. I guess you could powder coat them white if you really wanted to. There's not really a need, and it's just an extra expense, but
it's not great for people with eyesight issues as well. It does make it harder.
Yeah, especially in gloomy weather. But yeah, looking at this, I imagine if you're looking at someone doing a 7-yarder, you just go and I wonder if they're putting a clip on the hoop to indicate they've run it.
Right, we've entertained the masses for I think long enough. We're going to hand you over to your commentators, which will be Andrew Hobbs and Bridget Goodman, and every now and then they may refer to the other semi-final, and we do have a camera sort of pointing in that direction, so we might be able to show you some of it when there's some breaks in this play. Okay, I'll hand you over.
Right, good morning everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome to the semi-finals day at Southwick for the Women's World GC. You've got myself, Andy Hobbs.
And I'm Bridget Goodman.
We'll be doing some live commentary for the first session. And the game we are focusing on today is on lawn 5 between Soha and Rachel. The other semi-final.
The other...
Sorry, you might have just heard an echo. It's because I'm trying to check something on YouTube to see if we can get the chat. But yeah, I'll work on it in a moment. On lawn 4, which is next to us as well, we've got the other semi-final, and that is between Jamie and Maram. The players are currently having their 10-minute warm-up, and once they've done that, they will take the toss, and then we will be underway. Once again, like yesterday, the semi-finals will be best of 5. And they're playing on lawn 4 and 5, because I take it they're going to keep lawn 1 for tomorrow's final, and that way none of the players in the semis would have played on it beforehand. Likewise, both Rachel and Soha have not played on lawn 5 today, so they're playing on lawn 5 today, and Jamie and Maram will be playing on lawn 4, as they have not played on that lawn yesterday. So it kind of keeps the balance fair, I suppose. No one's got one advantage over the other because they played on the lawns yesterday and know what's going on. The hoops have been reset. I saw Steve Chapman, one of the groundskeepers, out here early this morning making sure the hoops were firmed up and set in place on all the lawns.
He tells me he was here at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock this morning.
Very
Bright
early.
and early. Yeah.
Don't know which one lawn 8 is.
So, yeah.
Is that where that camera is?
You might also see in the background every now and again on lawn 6 there is a bowl semi-final going on, and that is between Helen Reeves and Judith Hanekom from South Africa. I'm not sure where the other bowl semi-final is taking place at the moment. I think it might be on lawn 2. And we'll try when we can to give you updates of the other games which are going on around us when someone sends us the information.
And we've, as you probably saw earlier, we've just had quite a big heavy shower of rain, which has thankfully disappeared. I think the players will say we're not coming out in that.
Yeah, it's a very big downpour all of a sudden, so it's delayed slightly, but we will get there. Just looking at the chat at the moment, Fran Wright, good morning. Nagama Eladawi, good morning. And Dina Saad, good morning. And you say, please can you adjust the camera to more visible location of the stadium? I think they're busy setting up the camera now for lawn 5. We've got one camera which will be zooming in on that. The sky cameras at the top will start tracking the lawn 5 game in a moment, and we've also got a smaller camera behind us keeping an eye on lawn 4, and we'll hopefully switch to that every now and again just to keep you updated on the other semi-final too. So, the first semi-final has started on lawn 4 between Maram and Jamie. It is currently 1-1, and our second semi-final between Soha and Rachel will be starting in the next couple of minutes. Looks like Rachel has won the toss, and we'll be playing blue and black, and Soha will be playing red and yellow. And likewise, Jamie has won the toss, and she'll be playing blue and black in her game, and Maram will be playing red and yellow. It's a nice ball in at hoop 1 for Rachel. It's not the perfect position, but it's definitely in a good position. I like it where it is.
It's definitely runnable.
Yeah. And Rachel has been quite solid on that distance hoop running in the past couple of games. Conditions today are a bit, I suppose, unfavourable. I've driven down from Kent this morning and I've gone through sun, once again rain, dark clouds, and back to partly cloudy at the moment with some dark, heavy looking clouds around. So we might get spots of showers today at the moment and some spots of sunshine, which means that the lawns are a little bit wet at the moment because we had that big downpour about 5 minutes ago. There is a gusty wind blowing.
But not as bad as yesterday.
Not as bad as yesterday, but
and the
still
forecast,
enough to maybe worry one or two players when they're trying to swing the mallets. And once again, we will apologise if you hear squeaking from the umbrella, but that would be the gusty wind every now and again.
And the forecast is an improving one. So
What's happening?
Start watching that lawn because that camera over there is glitching.
Okay.
Sorry.
No problem. We're just swapping cameras for the moment. Unfortunately, one of the cameras has decided to give us problems again. So we are now reduced to one camera and the sky camera at the top. And they will try and sort out the other camera during the day, but unfortunately, when the weather gets like this, with the rain and that, the one camera seems to glitch a bit. But
it's interesting she didn't try and clear
yes,
either
yes.
blue or black.
Well, we have seen that from most of the Egyptians so far. They'd send one ball in and then they'd try and clear with the other. But Soha opted to try and keep two balls close to the hoop to start. And it might be because it's the first game of the day and they're just trying to get a feel of the lawns and the feel of what the other opponents are doing, and what they're doing at the moment. And I suppose as the game moves a bit further and further, your swing gets a bit more relaxed and used to it.
Indeed,
And,
yeah.
You start finding your aiming points and zones. Yeah. Good morning, Alfonso from Spain. Good morning to anyone watching in Spain as well.
Excellent clearance. Excellent.
Nice clearance. And after watching that shot, you wonder why Soha didn't try to do that
Earlier, but then she's got.
Yeah. But that's a good shot.
Yeah.
Cleared Rachel to the boundary, and has the yellow's in prime position, and this is a must clear, I think, for Rachel. Yeah, Alfonso saying good morning from Spain and congratulations on Soha and Rachel to be in this interesting semi-final.
Yeah, it's a very exciting match, I think.
Both these semi-finals are going to be very interesting. We have Rachel, who's a past winner. I think she's won it a couple of times. And you've got Soha, who's defending champion.
I should look it up. I actually don't think Rachel has won this particular event. No.
Okay. She won the World GC. We'll try and find that out for you.
Yeah. Yeah. She has. Oh.
Yeah, she has won this before.
Apologies
So,
to Rachel.
One past champion Rachel, and obviously defending champion Soha. Reading Chris Clark's summary yesterday. It was very interesting. He has backed, I think, Rachel and Jamie to be the ones going through to the final.
That was my prediction yesterday.
Your prediction.
But who knows? No.
And Rachel's been on really good form throughout the whole tournament, and I think she's only dropped one game so far.
Yes, you're right, yes.
Which I think is amazing at this level with all these players here. Soha has played very, very well too. She's been a bit under pressure, I think, in some of the block games. But likewise, in the knockouts, I think she's only dropped one game too.
Very impressive. Not quite there.
With regards to Lawn 4, Jamie has been looking very, very good and very, very solid. She has all the way through the tournament, lovely swing, been very accurate on hoop running. And when we were using commentary yesterday, we were talking about how well she was capitalising on the odd-numbered hoops by running them to at least halfway or closer to the next hoop, and then making that ball count, either running a hoop or making a crucial clearance to give her other ball the hoop as well, and gaining that all-important 2-0 advantage. So 1-0 to Soha, sailed through hoop 1.
On to
it
lawn
like
6.
It didn't touch sides.
And went over to lawn 6 as well.
Yeah. So she's on the northern boundary past hoop 2. Jamie's just gone 3-1 up. Yeah. Jamie's currently 3-1 up against Maram. Now, I find that's going to be an interesting match. I haven't made too many predictions about who would be in the final on that. It's so tough to judge. I mean, Soha, I think, is the number one ranked woman in the world. I will double check that. Yeah. So number 9 in the world, but the woman's number 1. Rachel is woman's number 5, but she's playing really, really well here this
Extremely
week.
well, yeah.
Jamie is ranked number 11.
Gosh, that surprises me actually.
Yeah, but she's been playing well all tournament, and I think it's fantastic. And Maram is ranked as the world number 3 for ladies.
Gosh,
so.
right.
And watching Maram yesterday against Pauline, she went down the first 2 games in the best of 5, and I did remember saying I wouldn't be surprised if she came back at this. She's very dogged and determined, and she never gives up, and she did. She came back and won the last 3 matches, and she was behind in game 5, and she clawed her way back and came through 7-6 in the final game. So
very impressive, isn't it?
And again, we talked about Jamie being very unflappable yesterday and calm and collected. I think Maram is exactly the same. You don't see any frustration or anything else. She just continues playing a game, and she always seems to feel that she's never out of it. So, even though she's 3-1 down now, it wouldn't put it past her to come back.
I'm sure she
within
will.
the five matches. And it'll be interesting to see if Jamie keeps up her good run. She's looked very, very solid all the way through, but we're now getting to that point as the semi-finals and desperately trying to get to the final. I don't know if that'll
Pressure
put
is
some added
mounting.
pressure on.
Yeah, of course.
But
I'm
we
sure
haven't
it will.
seen too many concentration laps from Jamie. Back to the game in front of us. We have again Rachel and Soha. They're currently battling it out at hoop 2. Rachel seems to be in control. She's managed to clear red to the eastern boundary, just past the halfway line, with both her black and blue in strong positions. We can't see from this angle. Yellow's in a hoop runnable position and black's on the other side of the hoop. It's possibly wired or close to the wire from this angle, but so Rachel has the choice of either putting in a blocker if she can see yellow or clearing yellow. Morning Sarah, morning Patricia. Sarah's saying an odd choice of lawns because it's not easy for the spectators of the club to see lawn 5. Yes, I understand that, but I think these two lawns 4 and 5, both the semi-finalists on each lawn have not played in these lawns. But yesterday Rachel played on lawn 4, and Soha was playing on lawn 2, and Jamie had played on lawn 1, and Maram had played on lawn 5. So they're trying to keep, I think, lawn 1 for the final tomorrow, to make sure that it's balanced, and that no one gets the advantage of having played the day before. So both Rachel and Soha haven't played on this lawn yesterday, and Maram and Jamie likewise didn't play on lawn 4 yesterday, so that's, I think, why they've chosen these lawns. Thank you, Sarah. Soha went hard at hoop 2 and has bounced out to the western boundary, not quite on the boundary, probably about 2 yards in, and Rachel's gently gone into the jaws. And Soha's looked like she's looking for where she is, has decided to put red more or less at the halfway point, conceding that Rachel's probably going to get this hoop with black, and not being able to clear blue with yellow from where it is.
One all.
And that's a lovely peel by Rachel, sending black across towards lawns of hoop 3. Lovely. Maram's just done a lovely jump at hoop 5 to bring it back to 3-2 Jamie. And it looks like from the jump, Jamie's got first ball in.
Oh, it's
put
beautiful.
A fairly good ball into hoop 6. But blue looks like it's right behind hoop 5, and I don't know if Jamie will be able to get that up to hoop 6. From our point of view, yellow looks a bit short from Soha, and Rachel's just played blue on the inside of that. And Soha looked like she was going for position and possible block in blue, but it's just gone too far. And from where we're sitting, I think that angle might be a bit too acute to try with red. Wix, yes, that was an impressive rejection of yellow at hoop 2 earlier. I think these quadways are renowned. If you don't hit it accurately and smoothly,
they will spit you out.
They will spit you out. Yeah. And it's unlike the white cast iron hoops, which might end up somewhere near the hoop. That even when you try the gentle jaws strokes, if you don't hit it perfectly, it ends up bouncing back out. Yeah. Andy Jones has also said, I wonder if they did it so that neither semi-final winner has advantage of playing in the lawn to be used for the final. Yes, that was probably in their mind as well. Yeah, for tomorrow.
Good point. Yeah, good point.
So Rachel has cleared yellow up towards hoop 4, with blue in a strong position probably to run hoop 3. So we've got a long clearance from Soha coming back. That's a great shot.
Fantastic shot.
Fantastic shot. Yeah. Not only has she cleared blue from running the hoop, she's managed to hit it on the right side to keep yellow on the boundary with an option to run the hoop or a short clearance. Excellent shot. It looks like Jamie has jawsed her black in hoop 6 and is looking to clear red to the southeastern quadrant of the lawn. So it's near impossible for Maram to do anything about jumping through the hoop or clearing black. Yes, Chris? It was a great clearance. Yeah. I'm thinking Rachel's just going to take position here. And that's just rolled on. Not too bad. It's possible maybe to promote blue with black.
That red's looking very good, actually.
Yeah. So we'll see what Rachel's thinking is now.
Hard to tell from this angle. Oh, she's gone for the red. Yeah.
Wixie Wix has said pure luck, obviously talking about the clearance. Well, I don't think so. That was, well, it was meant to clear, but yeah. No. And I think the standard of these players, they would be looking to hit it on the correct side of the ball as much as possible. And I know that means, I do it as well. I know sometimes it doesn't happen, but it's always nice when it does happen. Rachel once again clear in yellow, keeping blue in hoop position, with Sahar on the boundary with both the red and the yellow. Sahar trying to get inside between blue and the hoop with her red.
Looks as though she might have, but it's very difficult to see from this angle.
I think it might just be short. Looking at that, Rachel went to clear red there. So maybe red is just in the way of blue. If the commentary goes quiet for a moment, that's because the other semi-final is on hoop 7 and they're right next to the commentary team, so we'll be keeping quiet so as not to distract. Oh, it's just made an excellent clearance on Rachel's ball. No, did she run the hoop there? Sorry, no. Yeah, made an excellent clearance, which has left Rachel going halfway, ready for the next hoop, expecting Soha to run hoop 3 with red, and probably all the way down to hoop 4. And that's
lovely
shot.
weight, isn't it?
Yeah.
There it is.
Very, very nice.
A couple of yards in front of the hoop.
It's about 3-4 yards in front of the hoop, in a runnable position. And that's a good reply from Rachel, getting between red and the hoop. great clearance from Rachel. Managed to clear both red and yellow from in front of the hoop. So Rachel is currently 2-1 up against Soha, and they are contesting lawn 4.
I think it's the other way around,
Sorry,
actually.
hoop 4?
Yeah, it's 2-1 to Soha.
Sorry, 2-1. So I'm looking at 2 different games. So thank you for correcting
That's okay.
me. And Dave was asking about the score in Jamie's game. The current score is 4-2 to Jamie. They're currently contesting hoop 7, which is right next to where we're commentating. So we're trying to keep a little bit quieter at the moment, especially when they taking some crucial clearances or doing any hoop running. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up with the colours. Oh, we're only human. Rachel went to clear red. It looked like it just missed red. Which now means that Soha's got good control of this hoop. Stopping black to the boundary, leaving the longer clearance, and making sure that red and yellow both are in an optimum position to run that hoop.
It's 3-1 to Soha.
You might have heard some cheering there from the sidelines. That was for the game in lawn 4. Maram's just run hoop 7 to get back to the 3-4. And she's run yellow quite positively past hoop 8.
Short. Lovely little clearance there from black onto red.
Very good clearance, because I don't think blue could do anything with red, given where it is.
Yeah.
Looks like it's slightly
It looks like it's on the wire
on
to
the
me.
wire.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a good pressure clearance from Rachel there. She's now looking to see whether she can see yellow. And I think maybe the wire's just in the way. I think it's definitely just in the way to clear yellow to where she wants to, and leaving blue in a hoop runnable position. So rightly so, calling for a referee. It's obviously very tight to the wire. There could be a crush, or a double tap maybe if it deflects off the wire. I'm interested to see whether she does a snuggle, or whether she goes for a bit more of a stronger clearance.
Looks like a...
It looks like a stronger one, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
well
very
done.
nice.
Well done.
Nice shot. Put it in a runnable position, but getting a block on the yellow with her blue ball slightly in the way. And Soha's just going to come back into hoop position. Ooh, looks like she was trying to get the block
Yeah.
for the clearance on red.
No, of course it means that blue really has to go for the hoop, does it not?
Yeah.
Unless she
Black's
goes for
in a
yellow,
good
unless she
position.
goes for both yellow and red.
She's thinking about it. I mean,
Which looks quite possible.
Soha must have got yellow close. Yeah. Okay, so
I
Rachel
think so.
can see it if she's aiming for this, and she's probably going to clear red. And that's a lovely shot. Yeah. I think I would have done that, given that black's in a very, very good position. Leave the long shot. Jamie has just run hoop 8, so it's now 5-3 to Jamie. No. This will be a good clearance. Look close.
Not by much.
No. Yesterday. Oh, what? So yesterday,
Let's hoop for
Rachel was running hoops within that area fairly comfortably up until about 2 yards. She was taking on those hoops and running them. I think she's a little bit disappointed Black didn't get a bit further, because she hit that quite firmly.
And that yellow is a nice...
So currently
nice
3-2
approach.
to Soha. Yellow's in a very nice position, possibly wide from Black with the peg. Rachel choosing to take a ball in and lay up. That tells me that black and yellow are not wide across the peg. I take it to coming there, and Soha's played a good one in. Yeah.
Very nice. I wonder what Rachel could see.
Yeah, I think looking where she put blue, she's got a shot at yellow. And possibly the hoop, maybe.
That's what I was wondering.
That's a lovely shot.
Is. Very accurate.
And again, hitting yellow on the left-hand side, clearing yellow, but getting her black ball
over
across to hoop 7, and definite hoop running position
Absolutely. Yeah.
if blue doesn't get cleared. And Rachel's been very good at doing these little cut clearances and the forward thinking all the way through the tournament, backing herself to run a longer hoop and take that advantage.
Disappointing for Soha.
So she'll be looking to have been clearing blue there, but didn't quite get the aim right, I suppose, and it's just cleared her red instead. And Rachel's going to take on this hoop, no matter what.
Yes.
Lovely hoop, and this could be a 2-hoop swing here, given where Rachel's black is.
Indeed. Well, that's 3-all.
Yeah, 3-all now, possibly 4-3 if black doesn't get cleared. And to be fair, Soha's got 2 extremely long clearances now on the black. One from the penalty spot on the eastern boundary. Thinking she's just going to try and get this in hoop position, try and get between black and the hoop. And it's a good effort, but it's just come up short. So I think Rachel will be trying to run this.
I think she has to, really, doesn't she? But,
It just shows the pressure. I've just glanced across at the game between Jamie and Maram. Now on hoop 9, and it looked like Jamie had a fairly short but angled hoop, and she was running those very comfortably yesterday. But obviously maybe a little bit of nerves creeping in. She's just bounced out.
Rachel went for the clearance.
Oh, okay.
She was feeling the pressure too.
And to be fair, given where blue and
yeah.
black are, let's rather gain control of the hoop.
Yeah.
And actually, you could. Maram's just jumped over blue and got hoop 9. Yeah, I think given where blue and black is, you want to try and gain control of that hoop and maybe try and run hoop 7 down to hoop 8 to try and get a bit more of a lead now that you've equalised. So I can understand why Rachel did that. I think me with my cavalier attitude, I probably would have gone for that hoop. No guarantees I would have made it though.
No. It's a nice blue. Although I do wonder if...
So Jamie is 6-4 up against Maram, with black in a good position. Maram's just put yellow in between black and the hoop, and Jamie's looking to clear yellow with her blue. Sorry if I'm jumping about a bit. I'm trying to make sure that everyone knows what's going on for both semi-finals, although we have focusing on this game here. So blue's in a good position for Rachel, and she'll be looking to bring in black. Looking, I think, to try and get the blocker on blue, so yellow couldn't clear it, and it looked like it just held up. K-Max just said this is a wonderful game to watch between these two class players. Yes, very much so.
And a rather sneaky yellow shot there.
I like that. I like that. Close enough so it stops Rachel trying to jump.
Absolutely.
And it keeps her in and around hoop 7. Looks like Rachel's looking
at the red
to clear the red here.
Yeah.
Morning, Pierre. He's just replied, hi all, Wixie, Rachel and Sarah don't seem to have played each other before according to the records. Thank you, Pierre, for looking that up. Jamie's just taken game 1, 7-4.
Excellent.
And that seems to be her good winning number.
She likes 7-4, yes. Yesterday was 7-4, 7-4, 7-4.
Yeah, yesterday was 7-4, 7-4, 7-4.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure if they will be taking a break or they're going to go straight on to game 2. Another lovely hoop by Rachel. And that's what we said, wasn't it? Rather than trying the long hoop, getting down earlier, she's gained control of that hoop and run black all the way up to hoop 8, which is about a yard and a half. No, probably a yard from hoop 8 on the western side. In a very nice clearing position. I'm not sure if it's runnable. It could be jawsable.
Bit tricky to see from here.
Maybe our cameraman, who with a small roving camera, can zoom in on it and see it from his angle. So Rachel put in another ball in hoop running position. Sohar probably going. Looks like she's possibly going to try and clear blue here.
I think so.
By the way she's aiming. It's definitely not looking at black. That's a good shot.
Lovely shot.
Very nice shot. Rachel now 4-3 up. Jamie and Maram have gone straight on to game 2. Currently playing towards hoop 1. Fran says well done, Jamie. And Stephen says morning all. So good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So a short to medium clearance from Rachel there, keeping black in a runnable position but also in a controlling position of the hoop. leaving so hard to try and get hoop position, and some medium to medium clearances maybe. Maram's just run hoop 1 all the way to the well, about 2 yards short of the northern boundary at hoop 2.
Very nice.
So going back to your prediction about who's going to be in the finals,
It's early days.
I think it's
early days.
so difficult to choose,
Yeah.
and no disrespect to the players.
Lovely shot.
As I said at the beginning of the commentary today, I'm thinking it's possibly Rachel and Maram. But like I say, it's no disrespect to Soha and Jamie. I just think Rachel's playing very, very well at the moment, and she seems on top of things. And I've
So
seen
is Jamie.
Jamie's playing very well. But I think Maram's got maybe a slight bit more experience in these big semi-final games, and watching her play yesterday in the quarterfinals and come back like she did, even though Pauline looked like the better player, she still hung in there, and she took the chances she needed when she did. So I'll go out on a limb and say possibly Maram going through. That's no
We can't
disrespect to
both have the
Jamie.
same opinion, can we?
She's been playing
Andrew.
so well.
We can't both have the same opinion.
No. Stephen's saying England, Australia
Yes.
in the final. Yeah, which is, I think is what a lot of people are predicting that. Yeah,
We shall see. Very early days.
and I don't mind being wrong. Ooh.
Bother.
That's the first one from that distance I've seen Rachel miss. So maybe feeling a little bit of the pressure at the moment.
I don't know about you. I have days when I can't run short hoops. I can only run long hoops.
Yes. And again, Jamie's just hit the wire of hoop 2, going for hoop 2. Oh. Maram just tried to run hoop 2 from about 2.5 feet in front, and that's just
She's caught my thing.
it's got stuck about 3/4 of the way through. Black is in a good position to clear yellow because it's behind the hoop, and Jamie has cleared red to the boundary to try and stop the peel. But I think red might have a shot at black here and try and clear black. No?
Richard's put a lovely black in.
Yeah. That's so hard running hoop 8. Sorry, hoop 8. 4. Jamie's got Rachel's got a good black in. She's going to check the angle, I think, just in case. Given where blue is, I'm not sure she looks like it's quite close to the hoop. So she might have to take a deeper position instead of going on the inside. Yeah. So she Rachel's picked her spot on the boundary and aimed and just hit it there, making sure option of a short clearance or possible longish hoop run if needed. Just looking back at Jamie versus Maram. I think Maram tried to go for the peel there, and possibly bounced off the wire, given where Reds ended up on the far boundary. Jamie's cut yellow back through the hoop, about 4 yards away, 4 or 5 yards.
4, yeah.
And Maram's just come up to tap the hoop with a hammer to firm it up, so that tells me she's going to go
Take
for
a
that
pop at
hoop,
it.
take
Yeah.
a pop at it. So Haas put in a good blocker, which meant that Rachel has elected to clear red gently, trying to get the wire, I think, between red and black. And I think Sohar will be looking to clear this, and with any luck, get an in off.
Oh, so close.
She was going for it. Rachel laying up in a hoop runnable position, getting the wire on red, I think, there. So red in a good position, black in a good position, blue in a good position, yellow to play, and she's going to try and jaws this, I think, forcing the jump.
I think so.
Ooh.
I wonder if Blue can see that hoop.
And we talked about the big reject earlier in the game on the hoop on, and it just shows how firm these hoops are at the moment. Obviously going for the jaws then, it's probably just knocked off the hoop.
Yeah.
And I think Rachel looking to run this firmly down to hoop 10 if possible.
Yes,
Lovely
beautiful hoop.
What a hoop.
And the all-important ninth. 5-4 to Rachel.
Oh, it's a good shot from Sohar.
That's her response.
Sohar's response to Rachel's run to the boundary is to play as close to hoop 10 as possible, trying to get the wire and managing to actually get it in the jaws by the looks of it. That's one way to do it.
Yes.
In the other semi-final, Jamie's just run hoop 2 to equalise, so it's now 1-1. And Rachel's put a good ball in to hoop running position. And obviously feels confident about clearing red from the other side of the hoop with the blue. Rachel having a look, possibly checking to see if it's it's not maybe clearly in the jaws, it might be on the slight wire. We're just checking to see whether it's still worth clearing it and taking hoop position, but I think if it's in the centre of the hoop, she'll be going for the clearance here. Marama's put red in a fantastic position on hoop 3, and Jamie, I don't think, had a clearance shot at red. Tried to get the block with blue and has come up a foot short. And Marama's taken hoop 3, so 2-1 to Maram. Alex V, morning. Thank you. We are trying to keep you updated on what's going on both lawns. I know we can only show one lawn at the moment, but yeah, we are trying to keep you as updated as possible on the game next to us too.
On my 5-all, Rachel's put in a nice black, which may not be there for long.
So I've just turned around to look at Jamie's game. So I take it Rachel didn't go for the clearance there. She went halfway, looking where blue is.
I don't think she could.
Well, that tells me that maybe she couldn't see much of red. Yeah. And opting to just give that hoop to Soha and then take control of hoop 11. Soha's just missed crucial clearance on black. Black looks in a very good position to run the hoop.
It does.
And I think Rachel will be playing this in gently, probably trying to get hoop position. Ooh. Is that a double? I don't think she wanted to hit it that hard.
No. Has she blocked herself? Looks like she's blocked it.
No problem, David. No offence taken. You obviously wanted to know how Jamie's doing a lot, so yeah.
We're doing our best.
Take it from that comment. Must be Australian.
Fair play.
Okay, David Boyce just commented red wasn't in the jaws. Okay, thank you, David. So that obviously they can see what we on camera, what we can't see.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, from where we're sitting, and yeah, that makes complete sense. Why Rachel she wouldn't have opted to clear that. There are some players who would have tried to run through the hoop and clear that. I've seen Jane Stevens do a number of those this week, and she does them very well, but I wouldn't be doing that. I think I would have done the same there. Just say, fair enough, it was a great shot. Go somewhere halfway and take control of hoop 11.
Yep.
Oh, it's a great clearance from Soha. From the boundary, cross court, sending blue to the boundary. And yeah, black's still close to the hoop,
Yeah,
but
not runnable there.
that's a shorter clearance with yellow on black, to be fair. And that's gone quite far again.
Bravo. Bravo, Madame.
I heard some bravo Maram behind me, so I take it she's cleared Jamie from hoop position at hoop 4. Although just glancing over there, blue still looks like in a good runnable position for Jamie. And Jamie's just put black back into a closer hoop running position. So Maram doing all the clearing on hoop 4 at the moment. Okay. Rachel has opted to clear red to the boundary. Soha's brought yellow into hoop position. Looking at the way Rachel's swinging, she's going to look to knock yellow away, probably at possibly a medium pace, keeping blue around the hoop.
Ideally, yes, that's what she's gone for. Still, yellow's on the boundary.
David's saying he's never played croquet, but he's found it very interesting watching this and learning the rules for the first time. Welcome then.
Welcome.
Hope you're enjoying it.
Perhaps you'll take it up.
Maybe, you never know. Oh! Rachel opting to go inside red and between the hoop, looking to block red, I think, on that, and just coming up short. It's a nice shot from Soha. I'm not sure it's going to stay there.
No.
But it's a lovely shot. Yeah. Forcing the clearance from blue, leaving a possible hoop runnable shot with red. Yeah. Given where blue and black are, you can see Soha looking around asking for a mallet, so I take it she's going to take this on. This is quite a long hoop. What about maybe 6-7 yards? 5-6 yards?
Yes. Yeah,
Seems to be about
5 yards, I'd say.
5 yards, yeah.
But black does not have a great shot next.
David, I'll see if I can find out what the score is in the Judith Helen match. Just have to give me a moment. Let's just watch this hoop and I'll see what I can find out. Talking about rejections. You want to keep that for a moment? Yeah. Stick that in, that's the charger. Rachel has run hoop 11. Currently 6-5. Soha putting in yellow about 2 to 3 yards short of the hoop. Going across to check whether black and yellow is wide. So
it's a lovely
in the
blue.
bowl, Judith and Helen look like they're contesting hoop 8. And Judith is playing blue and black, Helen's playing red and yellow, and I think Judith is 4-3 up from what I can see. Helen has just knocked blue towards the boundary, wiring or blocking it from just maybe giving Judith half a ball to clear yellow, which is in front of the hoop. But yeah, Judith's currently 4-3 up in that game, and it looks like it's still the first game. I can't see a clip on the peg from this distance. Yeah, sorry, I got distracted for a moment there. But Peter, we were talking about rejections earlier today and how firm the hoops were. What I was meant to say was, yep, if you do hit the outside of these hoops firmly, they're going to bounce quite far away from the hoop. They've definitely been set firm today. But earlier on in the game, we had a rejection which had hit the inside wire and had bounced out towards the western boundary on hoop 2 due to these firm hoops. Sahar looking, I think, here to clear blue. This is a must clear with red in position.
Oh,
It's just missed on the left.
yeah, half an inch.
The other semi-final is currently 2-2. They are now contesting hoop 5. And Jamie has got her 2 balls in and around and close to the hoop.
Well done, Rachel.
Rachel,
First game to you.
7-5, game 1 to Rachel.
Signals interfering with each other. So I don't think
they're going to take a short break.
They might take a short break.
It'll be fine tomorrow. When we're back in the morning, I can have the 2 cameras separated and the signals going in different directions, it'll be fine. Right now. I mean, I could do.
So Maram had her yellow was quite far out of position, so she chose to try and run. Thank you. Run hoop 5 with red from quite an angle, and again hit the wire and has gone off to the eastern boundary, leaving Jamie in good control of hoop 5 at the moment, with 2 balls in and around the hoop, blue in hoop position and black more towards the side. So we currently have a break on lawn 5.
Yep.
That is due to fairly longish game, and both players opting to have a comfort break or a little bit of a rest. For those of you who are not aware or haven't noticed by now, Rachel is one of 2 pregnant ladies playing, and you'll notice that they normally have a volunteer running around and sticking in a wooden peg in where the ball goes off, just to take the strain off Rachel and the other lady, which was I think Sylvia from Latvia.
Right.
And they've been doing that all tournament, which is I think is really, really great.
It's really nice. Yeah. No, it's really nice. I actually was one of the ball
pointers at the men, well, not at the Worlds last year, at the final here. It was rather fun.
Jamie taking on a fairly angled hoop at hoop 5. It's just stuck in the hoop. But still in control. Maram's got a fairly long clearance from behind the hoop. Yellow. Yellow is more or less 4 or 5 yards northeast of the peg. Behind hoop 5, so she's looking to try and clear black here. Stay in contention on hoop 5. Stevenson says, well played, Rachel. Yep, it's always a good start. It's always nice to go 1 game up in a 5-game match. Nice and positive. Looked like missed the black, leaving her on the southern boundary. Judith and Helen are still contesting hoop 8 at the moment, so it's still 4-3 to Judith. I'll try and get some other scores from around if I can, if you give me a moment or two. Eugenia, the semi-finals of the bowl are taking place now, I think. I'll just double check Croquet scores. I think Judith and Helen are one of the semi-finalists. If you give me one moment, I'll have a look. Yes, so the semi-finals between Judith and Helen on the one side, and Begonia and Kate on the other side. I'm trying to see, just looking around. I can see one semi-final for that going on at the moment between Judith and Helen. I cannot see Begonia or Kate anywhere at the moment. Looking around the court. Maybe they're due to go on after the other semi-final is finished in the bowl. If anyone in the commentary box is listening, just let me know. We do have some other games going on at the moment. We have the Shield knockout, and we've got Manal versus Debbie on lawn 2 at the moment, and we've got Perry Ann and Sarah, I think, on lawn 1. And thank you very much. Let's try and see if I can get some score updates on that one. So Jamie made hoop 5. Maram and Jamie are now contesting hoop 6. Maram's just made a good clearance on black with red. Jamie's blue ball is quite close to hoop 6. From my position, I'm not quite sure whether it's runnable or whether it's on the wire. Looking at the way Maram has cleared black, I take it that it's closer to the wire, and she's hopefully setting up for the jump with yellow if Jamie can't clear it. Oh, that makes sense. Alright, there's my sign. Couldn't see anything through his binoculars and wondered why and realised the lens caps were on. Typical.
Looking at lawn 3.
Looking at lawn 2, I see a blue clip on the peg. That's what I was trying to see.
Well, I can see. I tell you what, the score. It's 4.
Ah, that's what we want.
It's 4 to Debbie by the look of it.
4-0. Okay. So in Debbie's game in the Shield knockout, it's best of 3. It looks like Manal took the first game 7-4. Debbie's now 4-0 up in game 2. And in the other Shield semi-final, they've just finished game 1, and Perihan has won that one 4-7, and they're now taking a break. Jamie has just run hoop 6. Relatively easy blue ball.
And we're back on.
And Rachel and Soha have just started playing again. Okay. Going back to what I said earlier, we're asking about where the other bowl semi-final has been played. I now see players on lawn 3, so I think they were obviously taking a break. And it looks like it's Begonia and Kate playing on lawn 3. So the other semi-final has already started. Obviously, one of them is game up. I'm just trying to see. Can't see the scores from here. Is that a green clip or yellow clip on hoop 3? Can't see it through the binoculars. If someone can let us know what the score is on lawn 3, that would be much appreciated. Yeah. So the bowl knockout's been played on lawn 3 and lawn 6. Those are the 2 semi-finals, and the Shield semi-finals have been played on lawn 1 and 2 at the moment. For those of you who wanted to know the score between Judith and Helen, Judith took hoop 8, so it's now 5-3 up, and they are now contesting hoop 9. Red looks in a very good position, but blue also looks in a very good position, and Helen has just cleared blue with her yellow. Right. Going back to the semi-final game, we'll be keeping it a bit quiet for the next couple of minutes due to the players being very close to us. If there is anyone about who can wander up to lawn 3 to let us know how Begonia and Kate are getting on, that would be much appreciated, because we can then feed back to the people on the stream. And once again, Jamie and Maram. Jamie's 4-2 up. Black is in the jaws of hoop 7. So they've elected to play all the other balls towards the halfway line. Towards hoop 8. Rachel just checking the firmness of the hoop. I take it she's going to have a attempt at this hoop from about 2.5, 3 yards.
Yeah.
At a slight angle. Lovely hoop. Lovely hoop.
Beautiful.
Yeah. She's run that nice and positively yet again, getting past the peg.
Yeah.
Or the halfway point. Yeah, in control. So 1-0 to Rachel, game 2. Yeah. Jamie was in the jaws, but I think it might have been a little bit closer to one of the wires than expected, so she's opted to run it gently instead of hard, and I think that's maybe so that there's no fault or crush on the shot. And taking the hoop and staying in control. Currently 5-2 to Jamie.
She's doing
game
well.
2. Yeah.
Very well.
And she did this yesterday against her opponent. She just carried on playing her game, running the hoops, staying ahead, putting all the pressure on the opponent to come back at her. So it's nice to see her keep going.
Yeah.
Yellow in a very good position. Rachel opting to clear this. Very nice. Judith has run hoop 9, so that's now 6-3.
Fantastic clearance from
Excellent clearance.
Soha.
Yeah. Jamie was looking to clear red, which is in front of hoop 8. It's just missed, so leaving Maram. A chance at running hoop 8 to claw her way back a little bit in that game.
It's just short there from Rachel.
So a little bit of info from what I can see in game 3 using the binoculars. I'm thinking that Begonia's got the first game. No, Begonia's playing yellow and red. So I think Kate got the first game. But Begonia's got hoop 1 in game 2, and they're now moving to hoop 2. And in the Shield semi-final, Debbie's now 5-1 up in game 2. And it looks like the other semi-final, the second game is just about to start. Rachel in the jaws?
I think she is.
Yeah.
Oh, just slightly short.
Just slightly short.
Is this going to be a jump? Lucky.
So I'll knock that through.
Yeah.
Jack Quick saying the first start from Soha. You had to try and clear that there, and that's just a bit unfortunate that it's gone through. Yeah, that puts Rachel 2-0 up now, with the first shot at the next hoop, which is a little bit of an advantage, isn't it?
It is. That's
I think she was going to look for a deepish blue, but has left it quite short. And Soha's reply is to play red closer to the hoop and get it in a position which looks runnable, definitely runnable. It's quite possible though that blue can clear red from there. That Rachel calling for a referee. Obviously these balls are in a fairly critical position and fairly close to each other, and I think the danger is here that she might clip yellow with her mallet. Yeah, so
but didn't.
Didn't, but yeah, I can understand why you call the referee, because you can't really see that when you're playing that type of shot, and I think it was the right thing to do. Okay. So high electing to put two balls in at hoop runnable position at hoop 3. Blue, I think, can definitely clear red here. You heard the clapping again. Maram's just made hoop 8, so that brings her back to 5-3.
5-3 to Jamie. Yeah.
5-3 to Jamie. But yeah, I think Maram really needed that hoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get her back in.
Yeah. And to be fair, yesterday, same thing happened. She went 2 games down in the best of 5, and then she came back in the next 3, played very well. But I don't think I'd be wanting to do that all the time. I think I'd be fighting tooth and nail for this game to make sure it's 1-1. Right, Rachel has cleared red to the boundary.
We've got a technical question here.
Okay.
Do you know what the quadway hoops are set at? Asks David.
I think they're set pretty tight. Maybe, is it 1/16th? 1/64. Yeah, 1/64th. There we are. Yeah. Someone's just told me. So yeah. So they are nice and tight. It's nice and tight. There's probably less than a millimetre either side of the ball when they're running the hoops. As a world championship should be. Saying that, I did have a go yesterday evening on lawn 1. Just
did you know?
Not much, but I'm just trying out a mallet and thought I'll have a go and running some of these hoops. And like I said, they are runnable. If you're hitting true, they will run. But if you're slightly off, they will be rejected. But I think it's a little bit drier today, so the hoops are a bit firmer. Yesterday we had quite a bit of rain, but towards the end of the day, the hoops were, although they were firm, the ground was quite wet, so they weren't as rigid as they are today, from what we've seen this morning. Yeah.
What's that in
What's
metric?
that in metric?
Google it.
Peter, why would you ask me that? I'll try and find out. What's 164 in metric?
I'll Google it, yes.
I'll have a look now. Are you looking? Of all the things to ask the worst mathematical person in the world, ask me to convert something into metric.
0.39688.
Well done.
I hope that answers the question.
David Boyd says that Google tells me it's 0.4 millimeters.
Yeah, well, I'll give you the exact. It's 0.39688.
Thank you, David and Pierre. Yeah, they both said 0.4 millimeters. Show offs. So Soha making hoop 3, down towards the halfway line, towards the peg. Rachel put in a very nice blue. Soha going to try and get red between, I think, blue and the hoop. Didn't quite get there. And Rachel's now put black in another good runnable position, about 2.5 feet from the hoop, meaning that Soha will probably definitely have to clear with blue here to start.
Oh. I thought that yellow was going to go through then.
So I've done the first job, cleared blue.
Yes.
I'm thinking, looking where red is positioned. Blue, if Rachel's happy with where black is, blue's going to be cleared to the boundary, and I'm thinking Rachel's probably going to try and get the wire between, or the hoop between red and black, so it can't be cleared. No, she's choosing to put blue in a hoop
from yellow
position wide from yellow.
Yeah.
So opting to be a bit more defensive and having both balls in play. I'm thinking as well, she might have got blue. Can red see blue? I think so hard. Just going to clear black. Yeah. Oh, no, she's chosen to clear blue.
Oh. Do you think that was a mistake?
No. I think she's looking to clear blue. Obviously feeling that it could be quite an angled hoop.
Okay.
And if it draws as she can clear black with yellow.
And yellow is sitting the other side.
Yeah.
Oh. Just tap the wire.
Just tapped the wire and bounced off. I honestly think if black was in a hoop runnable position, she would definitely have cleared black there.
For sure.
Yeah. And again, we're slightly at an angle from the side, we can't really see.
Yeah.
In game 2 between Perry and Sarah, it is 1-1. Harry winning the first game 7-4. Maram's just had a long clearance from about 2 yards outside corner 2 at black, which looks like it's impossible running a position at hoop 9 and just missed it. And Jamie's looking to take this on. Jamie's run another one of those medium angled hoops from about 2 yards out. But we're in prime control of this game now, game 2. Currently 6-3 up. Back to the game between Soha and Rachel. Soha has opted to try jaws yellow. And it looks like yellow. Rachel's going to try and bounce it out the jaws with blue. Or she'll be setting up for the jump. But the way she's swinging, I'm thinking this is going to be...
I think it feels like a jump, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, there we are. Jump. Yeah. Oh! Got a lot of height there.
Yeah, absolutely. Still, she's got hopefully another go at it.
Yeah. For those of you who were asking a bit earlier about Judith and Helen in the bowl semis, game 1 is just finished and they're having a break, and I think Judith has taken that game. She was 6-3 up in it. I'm not sure what the final score was, but I do see a blue clip on the peg. The other bowl semi-final between Begonia and Kate. As we said, we think Kate's one game up because there's a bluish green clip on the peg, but looks like Kate is 2-1 up in the second game there. No, got the colours wrong. Begonia is 2-1 up in game 2, and Kate has got game 1. Okay, yeah. So I do apologise if I'm sounding confused. It's possibly the furthest point from where we're sitting to try and see the clips. I'm trying to keep you as updated as possible on other games going on. Jamie currently 6-3 up, going towards hoop 10. Maram's put a very good red into hoop position. And Jamie's gone for quite a long clearance from the southern boundary and just missed. Between Rachel and Soha, Soha's run that hoop.
And we're 2 apiece.
And they're 2-all in game 2. Rachel electing to put black in a good hoop running position, which means that she can hopefully deal with red with blue. Soha just having a look at whether blue could run there, I think, before she decides what she's going to do with yellow. Now, I'm thinking this is just a nice ball in.
I thought we were plugged in some names.
What's that?
We're not plugged in.
No, we are plugged in. Yeah. Well, it's not working. Hang on, just check
There
that.
must be a go.
No, that's all in. This happened yesterday with one of the cameras. If anyone in the technical box is listening, the laptop's not charging, although it's been plugged in. So, don't know if you can sort that out. We don't know why it's not charging, because it is definitely plugged in. Some man said yes, the hoops will be set against the largest ball in the set to about 0.4 millimeters. David, it sounds like there's a million gulls out there. Yeah, not at the moment, but yes, it does sound like that.
We always have lots of seagulls here.
Yeah, we do have lots of seagulls here, and every now and again, especially later in the day, you'll probably see some of them walking around on the lawns while people are playing. So, Rachel cleared red to the boundary, forcing so hard to take a hard shot with red at black, which is in hoop position, and she's missed that. So Rachel will be taking on this hoop, and like we've seen her do in some of the other hoops, she'll be wanting to try and run this up to hoop 6. Morning, Kathy. Yeah, we did have an update on the plate semis. I'll try and find out what's happening there. If anyone knows, that would be great. I'll just check, see if I can find out for you. So, Marama's made hoop 10. And Jamie and Marama are contesting hoop 11. So that's 6-4 to Jamie. Blue in a nice position. Looks like it's runnable, and Jamie's looking to clear yellow with black, so I take it blue's in a very good position there. So in the plate knockout, the plate semis are between Gerda Lambeck and Jessica Bullen, and Louise Smith and Cheryl Bromley. One of the semis is on lawn 7, and the other looks like it's on lawn 9. We'll try and get an update on the scores in a moment. Good clearance from Rachel there. Jamie missed the clearance on yellow, so Maram's going to clear blue from in front of hoop 11. I take it this will be a stop shot to try and keep control of the hoop, and in hoop running positions. Very nice shot from Maram there. Looking across at lawn 7. Cheryl versus Louise. There's a yellow tip on the peg, so Cheryl is 1 game up. They're currently approaching hoop 2 in game 2, and Louise has taken the first hoop in that one. So Cheryl's 1 game up, and it's currently 1-0. I'll try and see if I can see across to lawn 9. Like
Binoculars again.
okay. I think Jessica has just won that 2 games. 2-0? Because she's just picked up the blue peg from the blue clips from the peg. I think Jessica might have finished that off 2-0. I'll wait and see some confirmation when Croquet scores come in. So, Rachel making hoop 6. And is 4-2 up against Soha. Soha's put red in a
Very nice.
very nice position, prime position in front of hoop 7. And if Rachel doesn't clear red with a blue ball, Soha has the opportunity of running red down to hoop 8 as well. So we could have a two hoop swing here if blue cannot see red. Now black has rolled quite close to red. I'm wondering if blue has a shot on red.
David Bronstein asks, what's the prize for winning this competition? Is there a prize? Well, there's a rather hefty cup, is there not?
Yes.
Which I've not seen, I have to say. Guess I'll bring it out tomorrow.
I'll bring it out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice big trophy and lots of bragging rights.
Yes. But no money.
I don't think there's any monetary
There's no money.
value.
That's why it's still an amateur sport.
Yep. We play this for the love of the game.
Oh, we do.
Shot, Rachel. Rachel could just see red, and she's cleared red to the boundary very nicely with her blue ball. Going back to the Shield semi-finals, Debbie won the second game 7-2, and currently it's one game apiece. So they've now, looks like they've taken a break before they start game 3. Hold on, Jamie's just run hoop 11 to take game 2. 7-4.
7-4, of course.
I tell you, if I
be
was
very
Jamie,
funny.
she should buy lottery tickets and use the number 7 and 4. And the other Shield knockout, Perry is now 3-1 up in game 2. Looking at the bowl semi-finals again, looks like Kate has equalised against Begonia in game 2, so it is now currently 2-2, and they are fighting it out at hoop 5 with two balls very, very close to the hoop from this distance. Well, from what I can see from this distance. Judith and Helen have started their second game in their bowl semi-final, and they're currently contesting hoop 1. Jamie and Maram have gone off to take a bit of a break after completing the first 2 games. Soha's put a lovely yellow in, but I think Rachel's going to be clearing this.
Lovely shot.
Yeah. And so far in this game, true to form, we said that Rachel's playing very, very well. But yeah, she's made
Very
really,
little.
really solid clearances.
I would say very few errors.
Very few errors. Maybe one or two mistakes compared to a lot more errors from Soha in this game so far. And she's been running some really, really good hoops. And like Jamie was doing yesterday, capitalising on the odd-numbered hoops.
Yes.
Getting through the odd-numbered hoops and making sure to get a ball up to the next hoop. And if not in the hoop runnable position, a definite controlling area to clear anything which comes down by Soha. And she's been doing that very, very well.
Just so consistent.
Yes. I was saying to you a bit earlier today, Rachel's been playing excellently this whole tournament. I think it's some of the best I've seen her play in a while.
Fantastic.
To be fair.
Yeah, fantastic.
It's really nice to see her playing this well.
We spoke too soon.
Oh, the commentator's curse again. I did that yesterday, on the day before against someone. It was against Jane. I was saying how well she was playing and how good she is at clearing everything.
Yes, I know.
Then, yeah. So I do apologise. And now I know how all those cricket commentators feel when they say something about someone and then the batsman gets bowled completely. Or we will try and commentate on the game we're watching, but there have been a lot of queries about games going on around, and we're trying to cover everything as best as possible. So at the moment, Soha's balls are a bit closer, so she's got a bit more control of the hoop at the moment. Red is in a position on the boundary in front of the hoop, giving her control of either getting into a good hoop position or clearing any ball which comes in from Rachel. Rachel's balls are quite far from the hoop, and Soha's in control. So she's putting a ball yellow in to a hoop runnable position, quite close to the hoop but at a slight angle, but she's done that so she could wire herself from black, and I think she's got it.
I think she has. It's definitely
this
is
black, forcing Rachel to take the longish clearance from the boundary at yellow. And Rachel's just missed that. So we were talking about Rachel getting her ball in a good position there to run hoop 7 down towards hoop 8 to try and get that extra hoop. Soha now has the opportunity to do that. She's placed red in a runnable position, but slightly not in front of the hoop. That way, if she does get a good hoop with yellow, she can still play red down to the next hoop without being impeded by the hoop. And Soha is going to take advantage of this. Rachel, realising she cannot hit yellow, has opted to put black
on the
halfway mark, in line with the hoops, trying to get in the way of yellow if she runs it hard. And Soha's going to try and run this down to the next hoop. And that's a lovely shot.
Very nice.
And again, we talked about Rachel being doing this, and Soha's done exactly the same on this. They're looking to run that hoop firmly to try and get the ball down towards the next hoop, either in a position where they can run the hoop when they next play yellow, or get yellow into a position where if Rachel puts a ball close to the hoop, they can clear it and keep in control. Just gone too far.
Just too far.
The Soha was looking there to get in
between the blue
and the hoop.
Yeah.
And as close to the hoop as possible, and it's just gone on by about a foot and a half.
Yeah.
Past the hoop. Rachel playing black into a hoop bundle position, looking at where she's played it, she was trying to get the block on yellow to stop yellow clearing blue.
Which I'm not quite sure. Well, might have worked.
So in my mind, I would have tried to clear blue there, because I think,
I would too.
and then I don't think red is wired from black, so red could have cleared black. But Soha's chosen to keep yellow close. Soha's cleared black to the northeastern part of the lawn, trying to leave red in a medium to short distance from hoop 8, in line with the hoop, so she can come back on the line and take hoop position, or still have an opportunity to clear, depending where blue or black play. And I think Soha's going to play yellow into a hoop position here, nice and gently. Current score in this game is 4-3. Rachel took the first game 7-5. Like we said, in the other semi-final game, Jamie is 2 matches up, taking both games 7-4, 7-4. That's a great shot.
That's lovely, isn't it?
Soha's played that in. Good touch, looking like she's got red between black and blue. I think she was trying to get red in front of a little bit, maybe another roll or two, trying to stop Rachel from taking on the hoop. I'm not sure if she's got it or not. Rachel's looking to clear.
Yeah,
Is she looking to clear red here?
I think she's going for the hoop. Nope, I'm wrong.
As I said, it was a great shot. She got just enough to get red slightly stymied from the hoop, and Rachel opting to clear red instead. I think she's a bit unlucky to have black end up where it has.
Yes.
It's quite close to blue. So I was looking to jump this. I think this is probably the right option here. Rachel's in control of the hoop. She can just play blue gently into a wiring position from red. And because Rachel's in such control of the hoop, so I was going to go for the jump here.
Peter says if he held the mallet like Soha does, he'd snap his wrists clean off.
Didn't quite get the height,
No.
but she has managed to
Well,
clear
help.
blue.
Yeah, it's kind of helped Rachel,
But
really.
I think that might help Rachel, because I'm looking here myself. I would be putting blue in the line of red.
Yeah, I might even tap my black.
Yeah, there's opportunity to cut black across and wire
Yeah.
it, but I think, I would have done this. Just
Yeah.
get blue in the line of red. Red either has to take the jump or now has to do a double clearance. And as we do know, anything could go wrong with both of those shots from this distance.
That was millimetres away.
That's millimetres. I don't think she had much of a ball to aim at there.
No.
So
let's take this to 5-3.
and Rachel now 5-3 up.
David asked, I think, you find it to limit the number of players, it can be difficult to get players willing to take off work and commitments to play croquet, especially when travel costs are involved. Well, we're all a bit nutty about croquet.
I do see his point. It's a lovely ball from Soha. That looks like it's in prime position to run this hoop and get up to the next hoop. So I'm thinking, no. If it is, I wonder if Rachel will take 2 shots at clearing this now, or whether she'll put one ball in position and try and clear with the other.
Yeah. Those are the 2 options, really.
Those are the 2 options. We've seen a lot of the Egyptians get their first ball in a hoop running position, but a lot of players over here tend to be aggressive with both these balls, taking 2 chances at clearing.
Oh, well done, Rachel.
She's done that. She's opted to clear first, make sure and give herself the 2 chances at hitting that.
That's a lovely red.
Going back to some of the comments about commenting on these games and as well as the other games, we are trying our best to do that. I will put my hand up and say straight away, I am no Chris Clark. I don't know all the exact tactics and all the perfect right shots to play, but we are trying to keep informed of what is going on in the game and what I would possibly do. Not necessarily that what I'm doing would be correct, but trying to inform you what the options are and what people might be doing. I think Chris will be commentating later and you'll get a lot more explanation of the tactics and exactly what people are trying to do on every single shot. So game 3 started between Maram and Jamie. Maram is 1-0 up and they're currently contesting hoop 2. So I think Soha was looking to clear there and try and get blue blocked behind black so that... No, she's just looking to clear towards the boundary. Okay. And Rachel will clear...
Take that yellow. Yes.
Again, probably with a medium shot, trying to keep black in and around the hoop area. Yeah.
Which she has done.
Waiting for the right opportunity to get back into control of the hoop and hoop position. That's a lovely shot. Keeping the pressure on Rachel, bringing the ball back in close, looking for that hoop position. Hoping that blue doesn't clear it, or doesn't clear red to a position.
think she's going to go for the yellow, isn't she?
Yeah. I would be going for yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in a very good position. You risk red having a longer hoop run, but
You do.
I think
The danger ball is that yellow one.
it's just missed it.
Yeah.
And Chris Clark is one of those that advocates for that. Sometimes playing the ball, should just play it in, get rid of that, especially if it's in a better position.
Yeah.
So
bye bye
I'll be
black.
looking to clear black
Yeah.
now and make dead certain of running the hoop with the yellow. And I expect this to be quite a hard shot, getting as far away from the hoop as possible.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Rachel's got her work cut out now.
Yeah. So she's got a long shot with black across the court and trying to clear it. The other option is to just resign yourself to the fact that Soha's going to make this hoop and then go towards the halfway point between hoop 9 and 10. I'm thinking she's going to try and go for the clearance here.
Oh, not quite.
I think some people will beg to differ
Indeed.
with Mr. Wicks's comment there about GC tactics. There are quite a number of tactics which can be employed in GC. Obviously, when you play AC, there are lots of tactics in association croquet as well, but the tactics can be very different. Mainly because in association, the tactics you're using, you're trying to maximise what you can do with all the balls and get round to the peg in one turn and keep your opponent out. Within GC, I think the tactics are a bit different because you're looking at certain clearances, sometimes hard clearances, sometimes soft clearances. You're looking for blocks and wires, and you're looking for promotions and some shots, trying to get balls closer to other hoops and other shots. So the tactics are different, but I do think there are tactics in GC. And enough said on that, let's get back to the game. Soha ran that hoop, didn't get as far down as she wanted to, but she's now has 4 hoops, so we now have 5-4. Rachel has put both the balls up towards hoop 10. Blue looks like it's in a good position.
Yeah, it's very nice, isn't it?
Looking at, I think Soha's probably looking here to clear blue, and if she has got a chance at the hoop,
she might.
She'll be taking on blue, and if you're missing blue, maybe run the hoop. So
She got the
excellent
blue
clearance.
quite,
Excellent clearance.
quite emphatically.
Yeah. And I think she needed to do that. Rachel's been running that distance quite easily today, from what we've seen. Rachel's still in fairly good control of this hoop. She's got black close to it.
Yeah.
She's just bringing blue back into a hoop runnable position, trying to get in front of
blocking
red.
yes.
And I think she's got that touch pretty
That's really good.
pretty good. And from this angle, it looks like yellow might not have a shot on black.
Very tight.
Very tight. But it does have a shot on blue. again, I think Soha's going to try and clear blue here with a possible chance of running the hoop if she misses it on the left. And cleared it. Opting for the cut clearance. And I think Rachel will just play this into hoop.
Yeah,
hoop
I
running
think
position.
I would.
Wide from yellow.
Or does she fancy it?
Okay. Can't be as an acute angle as I'm thinking, unless she's just going for the jaws. Oh, it's a lovely hoop.
She went through. Well
Yes,
done.
lovely hoop from there.
6-4.
Going back to tactics, I would have opted to take my chance with the wire on yellow and making certain of the hoop and forcing red to have that clearance. But when you're running hoops like that,
Yes.
well done and taking it on.
Yeah, and isn't this also about confidence?
Yeah,
If
very
you're
much
feeling
so,
confident
yeah.
in how you're playing, you think, this will be fine.
So Rachel 6-4 up in game 2. After this game. Okay. Oh. It's an uncharacteristic miss from Rachel there. Looking at Soha will be looking to run this firmly, getting down to hoop 12, making sure she can maybe capitalise on both these hoops to bring it back to 6-all. Oh, stabbed at that one a bit, and it's just ended up
Rachel,
Rachel
jump.
opting to jump,
Shot.
and I would be taking this on. I'm 6-4
Yeah.
up. It's
Why wouldn't you?
it's worth it, I think, especially because black is on the boundary down
Yes.
here, nowhere near hoop 12 or in a difficult area to influence hoop 12 anyway. Try and take this chance and make it 7-4.
Yes,
And that's
well,
a lovely
she has
jump.
done that.
Yeah.
Right, so takes the
Rachel,
game.
game 2, 7-5, 7-4.
It's our favourite score.
In the other semi-final, Maram and Jamie are now on going towards hoop 4. And Jamie is 2-1 up in game 3. And again, looking around the other scores that I can see at the moment. I'll try and give you some feedback where I can. Between Perry and Sarah, they're 6-5 up in game 2. And Debbie and Manal, it's currently 3-all in game 3. In game 2 between Judith and Helen, Helen is 3-1 up and looks like she's in control of hoop 5. Oh, and Judith cleared red, but looks like she's knocked yellow into the jaws of hoop 5. So I think that's about to become 4-1. with Helen be able to knock yellow all the way up towards hoop 6. Game, oh, that's my phone cover. The game against Begonia and Kate. Trying to see if I can see the scores from here. It's a bit difficult because it's the furthest point away again. They're on hoop 8. On hoop 8, and I can see 1, 2, 3, 4 red clips, so I take it that game might be 4 all. It's difficult to see from here. And in the other plate semi-final between Louise
Jamie's now 3-1 up.
3-1. Yeah, Jessica Bullen beat Gerda Lambeck in the other plate knockout 7-6, 7-3. And as we said, Cheryl was up in the first game and won the first game against Louise Smith 7-6. In game 2, we are currently at hoop 7. And it looks like it's 3 all there. I can see 3 yellow clips and 3 blue clips. So in game 2 at hoop 7, and it's 3-3 in the game between Louise and Cheryl, just to keep people updated on what's going on around the courts in the different games. And my rum has just cleared blue from a running position on hoop 5, and her yellow is in perfect position about a foot away. Jamie's got a shot from the boundary. She could clear this and run the hoop. I think she'll be looking to clear this most importantly.
Yeah, and she's missed, unfortunately.
Maybe a sign of nerves. That's the first one I've seen her miss.
Yes, actually, I think it is.
By that much. Yeah. So Jamie is currently 3-1 up in game 3.
Yeah. The wind is picking up now.
Yeah.
Actually,
That doesn't help either. The
really
gust of the
doesn't.
wind can cause your mallet to move.
Yeah.
Manal's composing herself. So Maram is composing herself and is looking to run hoop 5 down to hoop 6 and be in control of that hoop.
I'm glad other people do that.
I'm surprised at that. Again, maybe it's nerves.
Yeah.
She's hasn't blobbed too many from that distance, to be fair. Just see Rachel and Soha walking back towards court 5, so they're probably going to be ready to start game 3 in a moment. Oh, Perry and Sarah in game 2, it's now 6 all, so they're hoop 13, game 2. And Sarah is looking like she's got a good position to run this hoop and take game 2. Which she has done.
Right, off we go.
So half first to hoop 1. And that is short. Ideally, you would want that red to be in hoop position or just past hoop position. nearer the shorter boundary. So when you clear your opponent to the furthest part of the lawn. Rachel looking to go a little bit deeper and try and get that in position. And that's a little bit shorter too. Meaning that red could possibly clear black and still stay in a runnable position. Yellow, gone quite far past.
Nice blue.
Very nice blue. The run made hoop 5. So currently 3-2 down against Jamie. Jamie's blue ball was about a foot away from hoop 6 and Naram has just cleared it with red. Rachel going for the hoop. Oh.
Spat out.
Spat out. That's what we were chatting about earlier, wasn't it? You know, if you're not accurately on the inside of that nearest wire, it just gets rejected. Soha opting to get yellow in. I think she was looking for the block and blue there.
I think she was, yes. Rachel, give it another go.
I think I might have been tempted to cut blue away there and getting yellow on the boundary in a hoop running position. Like I say, different people play different ways, and possibly the block was on. And Rachel, I think, having another go, quite rightly so, because red and yellow are in control of the hoop at the moment. Oh. She went for that quite firmly.
Yeah.
And that one didn't look as smooth as her other hoop running shots. But I'm sure she'll get back into it.
I'm sure she will. Oh, excellent clearance again.
Get ready.
Right.
So,
Just like to say thank you to everyone who was listening. Enjoy the rest of the semi-finals. We're swapping out for 2 new commentators. So thank you from me, Andrew.
and thank you from me, Bridget. Enjoy the rest of the croquet.
Welcome to Annabelle and Stuart.
Thank you, Andrew, and thank you, Bridget.
Hello, Stu. We've got Soha right next to us, so we'll be quiet a moment.
So we've timed ourselves in well here, just competing for hoop 1.
Nice little double nudge.
There's a double nudge, a little bit unfortunate that yellow took a central contact on red. Tempting Soha to take the hoop on here, I think.
Certainly doable.
there would be some strength in finding the jaws here. Blue's quite a little way out for the jump. I think this will be full-blooded go at the hoop, I think.
This will be what, sorry?
I think this will be a full-blooded go at the hoop. There is some strength with finding the jaws with it, but...
Very well.
Unfortunately, it's just bounced out. I think it may still be runnable. Hard to tell from this angle, but certainly.
I might just impose. Oh, another camera will have a better angle.
Yeah, the camera should be able to pick that up. I'm going to have to apologise a little bit here because we do have a lot of wind with us today, and it's creating quite a creak effect from the brolly we have protecting us here.
Holding it when I can.
The mic's picking that creak up a little bit. So we're looking to move blue here.
Wow.
Ooh, got a little bit of it. So Rachel is comfortable that yellow is only going to end up in the jaws here, so just brings black in.
Would it be worth considering, I mean maybe red was a bit far, but to actually nudge yellow? No, getting rid of opponent has got to be the best.
Getting rid of the opponent was the best option at that point. Rachel was quietly confident that yellow wasn't run, so may feel a little bit different here. So Rachel's asked for the referee to come and have a look at this, because the danger of a crush shot here. Because Soa's intending to run this, by the looks of it. She still opted for the little dribble into the jaws. So. Perhaps the referee wasn't necessarily needed in such a shot. I think Rachel thought Soa might be having to go at the hoop now. So blue can see enough of yellow here just to nudge it out and keeping blue in the line.
Yeah, shot.
Again a little bit of misfortune there.
Yeah, hitting black as well.
So that opens this hoop back up again a bit here. So Soa will immediately look to just to put red back in. Preferably blocking blue's shot at the hoop just in case, which I think red has done. Okay, lovely position from Rachel. That will sort of perhaps put Soa off moving black, because you might consider black's the danger.
Red, yeah.
Yeah, black's the danger here, so I would look to move it. But being so close to red, the danger is clear.
And the chance of ploughing into it,
Yes, yeah. And it does appear the clearance is the shot of choice here, but it's fraught with danger, this one.
Shot.
Oh, lovely shot. Absolutely beautiful.
Spot on.
So Rachel looking to dislodge red here, and we're back to an open hoop.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, very unlike Rachel on that one. So that leaves Soa in a prime position here to take hoop 1 in game 3. Just asking the referee to firm the hoop up. Also with blue travelling so far down the line, blue's going to be offside and black is a long way away. So
they'll be next to each other practically.
Position through the hoop from red here is
useful.
Yes, very useful. That's a good hoop run. And certainly travelled a fair distance to.
Do you know what the hoops are set to?
I believe they're to 30 seconds
Oh, shit.
for this set. Yeah.
That's a good shot.
That's a good.
Maybe a bit long, but I can't from this angle?
It looks good certainly from the distance
2 or
that
3
black's come in.
yards.
Yeah, black's come a long way to end in that position. It's a good shot. So this is where the good hoop run from red comes into it here, because needed to be close enough to deal with any black that Rachel put in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a fair distance away. It's probably a good 7 yards, maybe 6 yards, but it's certainly close enough to be able to deal with black, and relatively straight. So there's a chance of pushing that black to the north boundary and hiding it.
Staying in position, possibly.
Yeah, potentially widening on the yellow as well.
Yeah. Oh.
A little long from blue. So yeah, the aim here would be to put it off the north boundary and hide it. So I think even just hitting in the centre of black will probably do that job. Doesn't have to try to cut this, I don't think. Ooh. Unfortunately, it did cut it, so it still has a view of yellow, but it's not an easy clearance from there.
No.
So Rachel hoping to move this. I'll be looking to move this yellow and keep sort of mid pace, because you can only send it to the boundary no matter what. So just try and keep a bit of control of the black. And that's exactly what she tried to do. Just to keep control of the black a little bit more.
What do you mean, keep control of the black?
And if you just go for a wild clearance shot and you do hit, you can find yourself, black could have easier cut off and ended up at this top end of the lawn, far away from the action.
Yeah.
But if Rachel aiming to hit that yellow in the middle, would have moved the yellow off runnable line, and the black would have stayed somewhere near about. And just that sort of mid pace, so you don't lose control of your ball. Unfortunately, she didn't hit the middle, but black didn't travel too far away. So Rachel there banking on her clearance with black.
You can't see the lawn. You can't see the lawn. That's a little closer here.
So that's a good shot there from red. I'm not 100% sure how much Rachel can see of the yellow. She can see it all. It was a great shot.
Don't think it'll make much difference with the wind. The wind's coming. Oh.
Just trying to move the microphone just a little bit here because we get a lot of issues with the wind. To make this 1-all in game 3. So I put in red in there, it's dropped back just a little bit short. So excuse us for a moment, we'll just try to change our setup a little bit here because we're having a few problems with the wind, so we are trying to change the body position, so we can only apologise for a moment.
Hopefully it's going to improve the sound quality for you guys. Stop, stop, stop. We won't be able to see the lawn if it's any lower.
I'm going to put it down.
Completely.
Lean back, lean over.
Okay, so Rachel opted to put blue in here and black's followed in. So yellow's in a very good position where yellow ended up. So I'm looking to move blue away. Even though that was the last shot in, with black not being runnable, it's a good chance for Sarah to take control of the hoop there. So for those that can't see us, Annabelle's currently sat next to me with the large brolly on her head and another small brolly in her hand.
Things we do for people to listen to the commentary.
Just trying to defend the microphone from the wind a little bit more. Yeah, I do feel quite professional now, don't you?
Do you?
No,
yes.
it's brilliant.
Multitasking, no, it's very good, very good. Right, update me because I've been concentrating on the umbrella.
So we are currently 1-1.
Good.
Rachel did take hoop 2 after the exchange, so another lovely clearance there from Rachel on red. So I was going to need to come back now and clear black, as black's in a very comfortable winning position there as well. We have been asked for an update on the other semi-final, which is going on behind us now. Semi-final in which they are just heading to hoop 8 with Jamie 4-3 up in game 3 and 2-0 up overall. Shot from Sarah. Both players now playing really, really well, some good clearing shots. Both very good clearing players, so it's one of those games where you find yourself, if you get a look at the hoop, you have a go because your opponent's just going to move you if you don't. So Rachel's coming back to do the same on yellow.
Wow.
Got a little bit, certainly got enough. Just now Sarah has an great advantage now at this hoop with, unfortunately, Rachel's lost control really of just shows the power of the centre ball. As Rachel didn't hit centre, she's sort of lost control of where black was going to end up there.
Similarly with red, when she hit red with blue.
Yes, so Sarah has control of this hoop now. Opted to play straight back in. I mean, it's no good firing at yellow from there. I'm just trusting her clearance now with the black.
Clearing yellow.
Clearing
as
yellow.
long as blue's not in the way.
Yes, yeah, I think.
Can't quite see the angle from here. I think it.
We've just gone to have a little look at how straight that yellow is. Because sometimes in this situation, if it's a slightly angled hoop and you know your opponent might only squeeze it through, you know, a foot or so, sometimes it's worth saying, you know what, I'm going to go halfway here and just let you have a really angled hoop at this. Or just put a ball in. But I think if it's straight, Rachel will want to move it because she doesn't want Soa to gain an advantage up 4 as well. Didn't look like it missed by a lot.
Remind me, is it best of 3 or best of 5? Is it 5 now?
Yeah, it is a best of 5 now. Oh, okay.
They do both seem to have improved their games. It's just this game seems more on it than the previous couple.
Yes, I mean Rachel's been playing really, really well, but it's nice to see Soa sort of up her game a little bit and really put the pressure on. It would be nice for it to go to 5. It would be nice for us all, but I'm sure us English supporters will be happy for it to be 3.
We need our money's worth though.
So Soa obviously fancied the hoop more with the red than she did the yellow. So shifted the blue away. So we're looking to gain an advantage of 4 here by a good hoop run. 2/3 of the way down the lawn would be lovely at least. And that's exactly a lovely control.
Nice.
And now that red's there for anything that Rachel puts in front of the hoop. Yeah, looking to get yellow in nice and tight, as long as it's not blocking on black. And this is the sort of the ideal process certainly from odd number to even number hoops. You get your ball you run the hoop with close enough to deal with anything your opponent puts in at the next hoop. Put yourself a lovely runnable ball in. Clear your opponent's first in with your hoop runner.
So she's in control,
she would be
basically.
in
She
control.
sees herself.
That is a superb shot from Rachel from that distance. I think she's blocked black there. So that sort of process that you sort of try to, the perfect process, so to speak, Rachel's just ruined with a beautiful positional shot with the blue. And so appears to feel like she has no choice here but to go for
the hoop. Like what, 7, 8 yards?
Oh yeah, probably 7
A bit more maybe.
Sometimes the good thing is that the decision was made for Soa. These are the
Yeah,
ones where we've got no second thought. It has to be hoop. And sometimes that's the best way. You've got one shot.
She's not happy, so that's not what she meant.
No. So perhaps it was tight to even one hoop from there. So
Okay, we've got more to.
we've got another idea now to block the wind. We're going to try and hold a Tupperware tub over the microphone. So Rachel to equal this up at 2 apiece.
I had a serious question, right? Oh, that was a good.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Good.
So when Soha just then played with red, she wouldn't consider taking position because Rachel would just be able to jump. Is that?
Rachel would be able to jump. It was difficult to tell from where we are. The fact that she clips blue would suggest that even the root to the hoop was a bit close. But Rachel was certainly close enough to jump at that point. I'm really, really sorry for those listening. I know it's quite bad for radio commentators to be laughing when you can't see what's going on, but I'll try and get the cameraman to put a camera on this at some point, just to so you know what we're laughing at. We're currently taping a Tupperware tub to a brolly to shield the microphone from the wind.
You've got to do one up here as well. You'll have to do on the top half as well.
Okay.
Oh.
So we have a very good position in the Sower, but yellow in a lovely position. We're actually now needing to move that.
Shot. Both of them are nice.
Yeah, and lovely as well. Took a bit of red as well. You're doing well not to laugh there, Annabelle. That's impressive.
We're set up. I'm hoping we're not going to echo now the microphone is in a box.
Just to update as well, behind us, it is now 5-3.
Go on, go on, go on. Oh, not quite.
So they're looking for the block on the hoop for blue. Just coming up just a touch short. So Rachel's got a relatively straightforward hoop shot here. So as we were saying earlier, the benefit now of nice ball control, getting herself beyond halfway would be ideal.
And she needs this one. It's 3-1, isn't it? 3-1 to Soho at the moment.
I know it's 2-all. It is 2.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's 2 apiece.
Thank you.
But these are the ones where you can sort of get that. Okay, yeah. They come back and a little bit of top spin and dragged it back in as well. I think red can certainly get a little bit of it, but whether it's enough to get it out of that hoop.
She must be going for the non-playing side.
Yes.
So that's got to be a real snick, hasn't it? Too much ball, it's going to pull it through like that.
Exactly. That was a very, very difficult. I think she felt that was the only option.
Not much choice.
So where the hoop run and getting beyond halfway was the benefit. The fact that the ball didn't run the hoop has now found her with first to 6.
Thank you very much.
Sometimes you think, okay, perhaps trying to get that out the hoop, that blue out the hoop, was probably a bit too ambitious, I think, at that point. It may have been worth just going halfway herself.
If you're feeling confident in your shooting, though, it wasn't that long a distance.
No.
You know exactly how much of that ball you need to hit.
The only thing
it's just you've got to be confident about your shot play.
Yes, but it has to be so precise, because if that blue takes any of the hoop coming back through it, it's just going to end up a foot in front of the other side, and the hoop's going to be ran anyway. I think there was perhaps a little bit too much of that blue through the hoop to take that shot off. So again, this is that routine. First ball in to deal with anything.
Fairly long to deal with, yeah. Strong position.
Better second ball.
Yeah.
Looking to move your opponent with your first ball in. And if Sower lets Rachel get into that sequence, she's going to struggle to stay with her, really. Obviously in very, very confident mood here, because I think this is hoop. So she's not even worried about where the yellow is, she's just saying I can see the hoop. I'm playing well, I fancy doing it.
Just then the wind picks up. So it takes you off slightly, doesn't it? These hoops do seem a bit sticky, don't they? As in the balls are sticking in them, not not that I've been up to see whether or not the it's got to be a nice jump shot, really, isn't it? Yellow, yeah.
Yeah, there is a yellow's probably the easier, more routine of jump shots.
Well, it's straight, isn't it?
I've been watching Jamie and Moran playing on lawn 4 for most of the day. I haven't really seen how well, if so, was jumping or not.
What? So that was meant to be a...
No, see, Soa seems to have opted for the clearance on the blue. So I'm a bit surprised at, because it did seem whether her footing was hampered with red, whether red was humping a jumping position. It's hard to tell from here. Black doesn't quite run. Perhaps black's a little tight. It does look like
it looks as though it's in the jaws.
Yeah, it looks like it comfortably. So
but maybe it is slightly on the left on the wire or something. Maybe she just fancies this angle for the jump. Slightly more angled than yellow was.
Oh no, it suggests she thinks she can bounce black out. Perhaps it's not quite as central as it appears to us. Oh no, he has gone for the jump position. Okay, so we did go for the jump, but the result was bouncing black out.
So my guess is it was a bit more on the wire. It must have been for it to have bounced back like that, mustn't it?
Yes, yeah. Ricky Wicks, or Jack Wicks I believe, made a very valid comment there to say that actually jumping with the red meant that black had no shot to 7, whereas jumping with yellow meant first shot to 7 would have been blue, which is a fair point.
Spotted.
Well spotted. I may have been tempted, if I was shifting blue, I may have been tempted to try and get my ball across to 7, because the angle was probably there. Just obviously opted for the distance. So was in a position here now where she's going to need to fire at blue.
Looks like it's a straight line with the hoops, there's no chance.
Slim chance of peeling blue, but there's a bit of a distance.
Oof. Looks as though it was closer on red than blue. I haven't seen Soha miss many of those, really, have we?
No. She just tried to put a little bit more emphasis on not peeling that, so she's gone for the outside, gone to angle the clearance.
that would make sense.
It's always danger to miss when that happens.
Sure.
And thank you, Sarah, for updating people on the Jamie Moran score. So Rachel just beginning to get a grip on this game now. Now leading 4-2. So has got a good red in at 7. Rachel's looking to attack to clear that first ball in.
Be nice too, wouldn't it? Shot.
I get a lovely shot.
And in front.
Lovely control of the black. So black's cleared that red out and left itself certainly in a runnable position, a little bit deep, but certainly in a runnable position. And the advantage with leaving it in a runnable position is Soa's got a difficult decision then of, do I put, when it's red's turn, do I put it in and risk black having to go at the hoop, or do I need to move black?
Oh.
There's a few comments there about Soa's jump shots and not having too many successful jump shots in this match. We have noticed that a lot of the Egyptian players have really struggled to jump this week.
Used to firmer ground, maybe?
Possibly used to firm ground, yeah, because it's probably a good shout because they're not really getting much lift on the shot. They do like to play their jump shots a lot flatter.
That was a nice shot.
Again, Soa with good ball control there, so I've obviously hit the middle of black. Red hasn't gone that far away. You're correct, Pierre. Rachel did jump at hoop 4, but I think the two jump styles. I think that the flatter Egyptian jump style is not, when it's the ground that's not suiting it, well, it's just coincidence they're not all having much success with it. Unfortunately, Rachel missed black coming back there, so I was pausing here because that's a slim opportunity here of taking this hoop on. Quite fancy her just to move the blue, but we're just having a look at her black here to see just how comfortable she is with shifting the yellow. If she's happy with the clearance on the yellow as she's played, blue will just come in. If she wasn't quite so confident with black, she may have gone just a little bit deeper. I think Rachel will be looking at shifting yellow now. Jack just pointing out it's been 4-2 to Rachel in all 3 games so far.
Oh, right.
Okay. So that was the plan, was to move the yellow.
And she just needed to hit it centre ball, didn't she? She wasn't trying to do anything fancy.
No. So Sarah now has a chance of taking control.
Take control.
don't need anything clever, just shift that blue, keep yellow somewhere near. See, that's not
pretty much the opposite of what you just said.
Not necessarily the correct shot choice there.
So this gives Rachel the chance to clear red. A nice stun shot, possibly. A bit far away for a stun, really, isn't it?
This might be a position where Rachel just goes for that again, that mid-range pace,
Yeah.
just to keep blue hovering around.
Attack
Obviously,
position.
Yeah, if you lose control of blue there, red gets first back in, and you find yourself trying to hit a cleavage with blue from longer distance. So just holding blue. There's a chance to hide red here, with blue travelling behind, but I don't think we'll achieve that.
I think she can see.
They should be looking now to probably put this perhaps 3 yards back. It's more difficult than you think from that sort of distance, but
yes.
I mean, you can't afford to overrun it as long as you're in front, but I think it's where that 3 yard point will be the aim.
Oh.
Okay. Not necessarily a few balls. Let's see, the clever thing is Rachel here now is
she's in attack position.
She's in attack position. I mean, obviously, blue needs to clear red.
But it can only clear it to the boundary, you know. It's cut.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I'm wondering if it can see full red ball, whether it's like half ball or something.
Yeah, see, that's
Can't quite
the other
see from here.
What it says, if you go closer to the boundary with black, that's the direction you're clearing red. So you're pushing red towards black. So
yeah. Not majorly ideal then.
Trying to be sort of clever with your positioning to make the clearance coming back a little bit more difficult.
Here we find out what she can see. Playing an AC. As an AC player, I see that she's about to make hoop 2. That doesn't really help. With the clip on the top. Come on, Rachel. Oh, full ball.
Again, Rachel may have hoped to keep her blue a lot straighter.
But keeping blue straighter would have meant red was straighter as well, though, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Or was that irrelevant? Blue needs to be.
I think it was a possibility of having red and blue the opposite way around. So
Right.
blue would have been where red
Yes.
was and vice versa. If
Yes.
it would have cut on the other side. Looking for clearance on black here, trying to protect red. Okay. I am surprised they're trying to put maximum power through that one, and they're always missable when you have to try and hit it that hard.
A nice clearance from Rachel, and then she'll be back in control of this hoop. Actually, she hasn't been in control of this hoop. It's been Soho in control most of the time, isn't it? Oh.
So again, some good exchanges in there, and it all. I thought it'd come down to a miss from Soho, and it turns out the hoop's come down to a miss from Rachel.
Yeah. Excuse me.
So in the other semi-final, it is still 6-5 to Jamie. They're having a little bit of a battle around hoop 12 at the minute. So we're looking to run 7, get herself as close as possible to 8, with the possibility of levelling this up. Yeah, very, very confident hoop run. I mean, it was a pretty routine hoop, but it's almost made her way off the north boundary.
She just wanted to make sure, I think.
So, again, Rachel will be looking for that wide position coming in now with black.
Wouldn't you come up and have a look? Do you not feel the need to come up and have a look if you're looking for a wide position? Mind you, I suppose it's long.
When you're as experienced as Rachel is, you know where you're going.
Yeah.
Looks like it's over around just a little bit. So this is the difficult decision now. I think I'd be looking to go a little bit deeper with this yellow. Make black have to come away from the hoop. A little bit too close to black for my liking.
What are we doing with blue? Just taking position? Wide off red? There's no point wide off red, is there? Oh, she's going quite deep by the looks of it.
I think, just bringing blue in. The intention of making Soa have to move something.
Right.
Otherwise she's just going to send yellow up the line.
Yeah.
Soa was quickly down behind that ball, so suggest this is a positional shot. So I'm not so sure I particularly like that, because I'd have thought Rachel was just looking for maximum distance with this yellow here.
Don't think she can jaws it? Maybe not.
No, I think...
A bit long to attempt? This is just a more guaranteed shot.
If she jaws it, yellow just gets rid of blue, and then red ends up with a jaw.
Yeah.
So has got the option here of what I would expect at this point would be to fire at blue to get rid of that hoop possibility.
Yes.
I can't imagine Rachel's going to just play red clear, but if yellow just disappears off the back, Rachel may just look at saying, I'm going to make sure of this and I'm just going to shift red a bit here.
Oh. Oh, yes.
But again, if Rachel's playing so confidently, you can imagine she'll take off the hoop. But Soa needs to shift blue ultimately.
Hoop. Oh, is it through?
Now, I'd like to say I hope that was the intention.
No, I think she must have. Well, I was going to say it's a double. It wouldn't have been a double. There probably about half a foot between or something.
It's a little bit wide for the double, but it's hard to tell whether that was a hoop attempt or attempt at blue. But either way,
Rachel's looking at the next hoop, so it's definitely through.
Yeah, either way, I'm sure Soa will take that. And it's not particularly got an approach to 9 itself. Now it's gone through just by that amount, but
no.
That's levelled it up, so I'm not so sure she'll mind too much. She's just got to have a look now and see how happy she is with the, or unhappy, should it be, with Rachel's route one, to decide whether she feels she needs to fire at this with the red. We do have somebody stood in front of us here. Rachel's sort of ball replacement assistant is in our eye line here, so can't exactly tell how good that blue is. It looks pretty good.
For me, it looks angled, but
yeah. So I can't
but
see
durable.
for the pink trousers, to be honest. Okay.
And actually, now black's in place, blue looks even more runnable, doesn't it?
I'm not inclined to think blue is runnable from that position.
Yeah.
I don't think that yellow appears to not be able to do much about that.
But then if she knew that and she went to look at blue, she would have tried to clear it with red, surely.
Yes.
Knowing if she knows that she's not going to be able to hit it with yellow. So there must be more of an angle than we can see. We're about to find out.
We are about to find out. She's just gone to have another look at it herself. I think there's the Rachel's not 100% sure herself here, so probably looking to cut red and try and get as much distance as Rachel can. Keeps her ball in line with the hoop. Creates that extra distance with the red.
You wouldn't consider snuggling up to red?
Well, snuggling up is quite a strong shot because it does almost secure the hoop, but if you don't quite get it right...
Oh, that's nice.
So
that's a good length. Look at that.
Gone to cut it away. Maximum distance. And that
Pretty
is a hell of a shot.
I don't think she could have asked for more than that, could she really?
Blue straight, red's almost in the corner. That's a good shot. So we're now knowing she needs to move this black. We have the ripple of applause behind us because Jamie has just won game 3, 7-5 to complete that match. So well done, Jamie. Very solid. 3-0 win and moving on to the final.
3-0 win. Wow.
Yes, well done. Unfortunately, Marilyn was struggling a little bit with her hoop winning in that game, and Jamie is very, very solid, very consistent and very smooth and never looked in danger at all. Always seemed in control. So well done, Jamie. So Rachel now looking to take the lead again here. I do love that sound, that little flick that just flicks through the hoop.
I think I'd want it slightly longer.
The ideal, yeah, would have been
got a lot of wire.
Slightly longer.
A lot of wire.
Quite as tight as so I'd hope to the hoop, but it certainly will require Rachel to do something with it when she gets to black. Perhaps a little bit loose on positioning there, a little bit between the two. Yellow and blue going in, both perhaps a little bit shorter than the player would have loved. So I
and then
to
you try to play longer.
Just overrun.
Yeah. So this is getting rid of yellow, is it? Or is it position? No one's...
Oh. I think that was possibly... Yeah, it's hard to tell from where we are. I think that was possibly a yellow. And it did end up looking closer to a hoop shot, but I think that was yellow. Well, the intention was yellow. So with 2.5 yards to level the score back up.
That was the outside of the right wire.
Yeah, that was quite a way wide, that.
She's not going to be happy.
You certainly can't blame the hoops if you can't hit the middle. That was unfortunate. So what do you think, Anna? What do you think? Fancy Rachel to try to take this one? It's a little bit on an angle here, but no pressure. There's not really a pressure on the hoop.
I'm always, if I can see the hoop, I'm thinking I want to go for it.
Yeah, if red was runnable, I think we'd be moving red here. But
yes,
red
but it's not.
Runnable.
No.
It's just a free go at the hoop, and she's playing well enough to run this. So. Oh, okay.
What?
That was, yes.
A complete miss.
We didn't hit the hoop at all there.
So is this pressure of situation? Or is it commentator's curse, because we were saying earlier how much stronger they've been playing?
We'll just put that down to a blue.
Yes, on both parts and start again.
So we're now looking to wire, there's a potential wire from both blue and black here, because blue and black are coming from a similar position.
I don't know, they're slightly to the side, aren't they?
Rachel may only be able to see this with the black. So
this is the opportunity.
yes,
That's what you're saying.
And so is in quite a strong position in this hoop now. Rachel's constantly going to be moving away. Both of those shots are moving away from 11, so hitting this is quite important. Once you find yourself quite a way away from group 11. Should so a run 10.
Good shot.
Lovely mid-pace clearance, hit all of red. Get black close by.
Brings herself back into it.
So we'll be looking again to try and wire from blue. She was just opted straight for the positioning. I couldn't tell whether she could see the yellow, but just went for position anyway. Now Sarah's got the big decision now, and immediately lined up for the clearance on the black.
Will she be going to snick it on the right to get closer to hoop 11?
Slightly right to centre's got a chance of holding it across somewhere near 11.
Did you hear that? I'm an AC player and I got that. That's not bad.
There
Look at that.
Slightly right of centre.
What a fabulous shot.
That's a great shot.
She's got to be happy.
Yeah, I definitely think she's happy with that one.
This is a really important shot for Rachel then.
Falling as yellow, knowing that she could find herself in difficulty at 11 if she doesn't hit the
Got to get this.
It's hard to tell if. It's hard to tell whether Rachel can get a mallet on the right angle on blue either from this.
At red.
Certainly from this angle.
Or on yellow. No.
So once yellow's run the hoop, I'm not
red.
sure whether we can get a mallet on that blue, the right angle's for red, but again our angle's quite difficult to judge that from here. It does look like the hoop might be in the way of the backswing, but there's a few comments on that shot there from Sarah as well. I mean, what a beautiful shot.
There we go. She's really, really getting control, isn't she?
So that was good. So we can see, nice left to move the pegs, but it just suggests that Rachel can get on that. It's obviously tight. We've had to move the pegs to get our position, but hopefully that ball.
Oh.
to adjust the foot in. Okay, perhaps we hadn't quite got the angle.
So she was obviously going for a blocking position.
Not for a blocking position as well. It did look like the backswing was hampered to get rid of that.
Well, yeah,
red
she had
ball.
she had a left foot on the wire, didn't she?
Yeah. So I'm looking to from 4-2 down to turn this round now to take a 6-5 lead. Nice and confident hoop run. We could find Rachel having a challenge at 12 to stay in this. Especially with black being quite so far away. See, I'd like to see a little bit more control.
A little bit more. She didn't need to tonk it, but then the last hoop that she'd gone for, but okay, with red, it wasn't so great, was it?
It all
So
looks
just
very, very impressive. It puts 6-5 up and in the lead, but it does give Rachel somewhere to hide. So was all the way off the north boundary.
Yeah. Well, I hadn't thought as you're talking wiring position again, aren't you?
Yeah, back into
in front and wiring positions.
But even if Rachel puts a ball in within sort of 2
slow
or 3 yards,
slow down.
It's a big clearance shot for red coming back the other way, even if you can see it. No, you're right, Jack. I think it's been very impressive hoop run. It's nice to see some confidence just to run there properly, so to speak. And it's nice to be 6-5 up, but I'd like to. It does give Rachel a chance to command hoop 12. I mean, I think red can actually see black. So red does have the possibility of moving black, but it's quite a distance. As if she had controlled hoop run and been 3 yards away.
I do wonder, actually, we don't know how far away red was in front of 11. So maybe she felt she needed that because of the distance. There might have been, for us it looked like it was maybe a yard and a half. In which case, longer than that, you're going to want to tonk it to really be sure.
One of those where she said, "Look, I'm just going to make sure I'm running this. I'm not too worried about. I'm taking the lead after being 4-2 down." So an impressive hoop run. Yeah, possibly. But it does leave her with a big clean shot. I mean, lovely shot from Rachel as well, putting blue so tight. So. Importance now of making contact.
Doing well.
So we could find ourselves here where Rachel's got to decide whether she's happy with Soa's jumping, because I'm not so sure Soa, as Rachel suggested, Soa wouldn't have risked that, so she's just gone for a lovely ball back in. This game looking to stay in control of 12. So Soa's looking potentially for the jump to win.
Yeah. Black's, I mean, it looks as though it's in the way, in line, but it's not in the way, is it? Because it's just far enough away not to be an issue.
No, I think blue is cuttable away from the front of that hoop. With black being so good position as well, I think so has decided to say, you know what, I'm 1 up, let's go for the win.
She's going for the jump.
Yes. It's opted to win it from here. now, I think. This is the time for the jump shot to come off.
Yes!
Oh, well done. Well done. That's the time to find your jump.
And a great fist pump.
Yes, yes. You could see how we're puffing the cheeks before that, puffing the cheeks after. Ah, well done. Well done. I think we may have voted for a bit of a break here. The two players have had a little chat and decided they might be
They
worth
probably
having
have. Is it lunchtime? What time is it? Oh, 1:30.
So that was an impressive comeback from Soa there, Annabelle.
I enjoyed that.
I did. I mean, the comment was made that Rachel's been 4-2 up in all 3 games. There was a couple of comments saying whether we'd see the comeback from Soa. And she certainly made this semi-final interesting now.
The last 3-4 hoops. I don't know. She looks. She's looked more. She's looked stronger. She has.
Hello both.
Hello.
Thank you very much for commentating for us.
Welcome.
I'm going to be switching streams so that we don't have the most longest stream session ever.
Most
to
longest.
pick back through, yes,
Okay.
most longest. So if everyone wants to stay with us on YouTube /@Croquet England, I'm going to switch to session 2. And Annabelle and Stu, please say your goodbyes to everyone, and I'm going to be bringing in the Clarks.
The Clarks. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you very much for listening. Yes.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you very much, Annabelle. At least we've got some more croquet to enjoy now.
Yeah. Okay. Have a good afternoon, all.
So when I commentated,